Volmer's ass with interference and dealing with the warriors in question, while the usurper himself abandoned ship and did not exactly allow you guys to simply have at him and finish him off before he can possibly get his revenge in a future date. But that is something that Ruas said will be his problem in the future. But after a day's rest and a little bit of annoyance that Ibrahim has actually gotten a lot of a reputation, much more popular with the children in the nest itself of the Aarakocra people. The next morning being awoken by Ibrahim himself, who seemingly arrives at that perfect moment to present upon him the show and everything about... That is Ruath.
But he didn't have his weapon, did he?
He didn't.
No.
It's in the image, but he does not have a weapon. Or at least, he didn't. Yeah, that's him.
I thought that was the bad guy.
No.
Nope.
Bad guy was like a crow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good point. I just thought that was the bad guy chilling in the tree waiting for
Oh,
us.
That's why you were freaking out? No.
I thought it was the bad guy.
No, that was Ruath. But, after watching such a long-winded show of very simple magics and nothing truly impressive by any means, after Dalmar's assessment over the man being that he has a tongue of silver that could convince you that the sky was red, a bit of a conversation, heated as it was, to confront Ibrahim on possibly cursing Ashrin with her existence and her magics, resulted in a bit more questionable results. Not only does he actively not recall being the cause and effect of Ashrin's birth, his own curse being something far more petty and comedic, in the end resulting in discovering that he is in fact at fault for the curse. However, the method of which is beyond him, to which he invited you all into the cart to discover this actual reasoning that he fears he knows the actual answer to. Also give me a full one to Jack to not say his name within the cart at the very least. Just making sure to remember that bit.
Insight check. Before we go in the cart, is he gonna murder us in the cart?
I'm saying Dalmar still carries that natural 20. He is not, but there is a worrisome hesitation to him inviting everyone to the cart.
So he's stressed out.
Yes.
Cool. That doesn't make me feel any better.
But, in either case scenario, with Dalmar reappearing from invisibility in order to gain the ability to enter into the cart alongside everybody else, with Ibrahim gesturing everyone inside as soon as he vanishes himself inside. What is easily spotted is the stereotypical visage of a fortune teller's room, full of all these sorts of iconography and symbols that depict the stars and all sorts of divine natures and whatnot. Books in every single shelf that have these very elaborate designs to them that are filed in silver, gold, copper, all sorts of just things that are just scream, I am a fortune teller and you cannot question me in any which way imaginable.
It's sparkly in here.
Yes. It almost hurts to stare at anything with a single candle lit in the center of the room that keeps the entirety of it illuminated. A little bit more than a candle normally would. Indicative of a little bit more extra magic. But, as he gestures you all to the singular large round table at the center of the room, he does seemingly go to one of the bookshelves and just walks right through it. Entirely just walks through it, just disappears from sight.
Are we supposed to follow him?
I believe so. I can.
He gestured to the table.
Oh.
But
what was that?
He gestured to the table.
Like he wants us to sit?
There are no chairs.
I cast fireball.
Can I grab a book off the shelf? You know what? Never mind. No, I'm not dealing with magical traps. No, never mind.
Okay.
Better question. Do I recognize any of the books?
Make an intelligence or religion check. Your choice.
The...
And Jack, make one too.
They're both +5, so...
That's a strength check, you bitch!
Oh, shit. It's the same mod,
It
and
is
I
the
was
same
trying to
mod.
do intelligence.
They're not even that close to each other.
I wasn't thinking. I'm so used to only having two 20s
Did
that
Jack
I
make a
just
roll
went.
too? He was
Go
looking
for
down
it.
at the books.
Want me to reroll that on intelligence, or are we just
Nah,
gonna use
it's
the
fine.
20?
It's fine.
Okay.
Because easily looking at every single one of these, and while most of them do have titlings that would make sense, not a single one of them ring in your mind as any sort of actual text that you've ever heard of. Things like The Mysteries of Nature, Gleaming at the Stars and Their Truths, and all sorts of just these fanatical titles that, at least in your mind, you don't recall ever seeing anything of the sort, even in terms of fortune-telling natures. Most of them don't have such bombastic titles
Are
as
any
his.
of these books that have been pulled into Ashrin's learning in trying to figure out what's going on with her?
My God, this guy just has a bunch of fake books to make himself seem smart.
Mm-hmm.
They're all phone books.
Magical phone books. Sending books.
Give me an investigation check real quick, Ashrin. 11. It's a little hard, especially with Volmer's own evaluation of a majority of these books being just such overly pompous titles and things that one wouldn't imagine would be seen or heard. At the very least, going through a couple of them yourself before kind of giving up on the prospect a little bit that none of these are ones that you've heard of or have come up in your subject matter. Some come close, some come a little close, like the chaos of the Feywild and how it can be controlled and whatnot. It's just these far too specific titles that are like, that would have been super handy to, like, you know, have when I was learning. But after looking around the room a little bit, after about 5 or so minutes of...
Before he comes back, Jack wants to go to the bookshelf that he was at and just kind of like poke it to see if it's solid on his end or not.
It's solid.
Cheeky man. Bye. Continue.
Eventually, he does return, actually coming out from a completely separate bookshelf, as though simply and normal he comes out from one completely separate from the one he vanished into. As he steps into the room, you see him just kind of hold his hands together and goes, okay, so I'm going to preface this. This is going to be very confusing, and before any of you question, I'm sure it's very obvious to you that I have made a bit of a deal myself. Something that not many will welcome, but I'm sure open-minded fellows such as the rest of you would more than openly accept the factor that I have a patron. That I, in fact, live with my patron.
Why do all of the warlocks we meet have weird deals with the people who give them power?
This is a cheap knockoff of Jack, goddammit.
Well, to answer your question, though, it is simply because the closer to your patron you are, the stronger you become. In my case, it's a little bit of a different story, but nonetheless, I will preface, do not let the eyes deceive you. Theirs or yours. They are not your
Theirs?
friends.
What type of patron do you have?
It's
That's
theirs
probably
or yours.
that's probably an important question. What type of patron is this?
Well, as a resident or offspring of the elemental planes, I have one of elemental nature. Though you wouldn't guess it at first glance.
The genie?
No.
Jinn?
Oh, absolutely not. I am more than aware of the deals that are happening between genies, and I would much rather avoid that situation if possible. Not to mention that comes with a collar and chain, which I am not privy to.
Not always.
In time.
What are we walking into? Just
You are not
Not
walking into
seriously.
anything. They will walk into this room when I have been assured that you all understand that be very wary of what you do around this individual.
Okay, but
I'm
if
gonna need a
devil or demon
little bit
comes-
more information
if-
than
if-
that.
If a devil or demon comes out of there, I am out of here.
That depends on your definition of a devil or demon. Some people look at an elemental and they think of it a demon, but they're clearly wrong.
I mean the things from hell.
Then you'll be perfectly
Elemental.
fine. Nothing in my residence comes from the hells. At the very least, nothing that I collected myself.
What is my hopefully still nat 20 on insight telling
is
me with all this?
Desperately beating around the bush and trying to avoid making it sound as bad as he already is.
He's
What?
not
I
doing a
just,
very good
he's
job.
he's fucking a tornado. This is literally just gonna be some sort of wind elemental that walks in and it's gonna be like whoosh.
Brings a
I
whole
mean,
new
again,
meaning to
as long
blowjob.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like a devil or a demon, I think it should be fine.
Well, we'll see
Oh.
what happens.
A wonderful mindset. Then, if you don't mind me introducing my patron and roommate, Antimate. And as he just says the name...
Roommate.
Huh?
They were roommates.
And they were roommates.
As he says the name Antimate, you see a whirling of wind form around all of you before it centers on the
And you were
table between all of you. And from that gust of wind, you start seeing this coalescing of blue and white energy that eventually forms into this very small animalistic shape. Nothing more than the size of your average household pet. Before eventually you just see, sitting at the very dead center of the table, what one could argue to be a cat, if not for some more unique features to it.
Oh, say, oh, wait.
And you see him just gesture his hand to it and just says, Antimate. The rest of you all, please do introduce yourself. Please do.
Does Antimate like scritches?
Only if he likes you.
I reach out my hand gently like you do introducing yourself to a new cat. And let them make the final contact.
Make a constitution saving throw.
Oh fuck.
You don't do this when you're meeting. It's clearly intelligent.
As you reach out your hand to try and show a bit of sign of respect as if to a normal cat, you just see its eyes, not even its head turn in your direction, its eye just shifts to your direction, and you see just a small little just a zap come from its eyes towards your finger.
Well, that's not very nice. Hello?
Neither is trying to treat me like a household animal.
Sorry, you're just really cute.
I'm glad you respect the vision. Well, Antimate here is my partner, who aids me in the cursings, the blessings, and everything of the sort, fortune tellings and all, including what I said to be prices and things of other sorts. And I believe, no offense to you, my dear friend, but I believe you know why exactly I am at fault for the lovely individual that you just, showed your temper to. Their predicament and their existence. At that point, you do see the head kind of shift into Ash's direction, and there's a very brief moment that the eyes go from a blue to a golden yellow before reverting back. Ah, yes. I do remember you. Or more accurately, your father. Or was it your mother? You humans are always so unique. Are you simply going to stare? Are you going to ask the question that you have on your mind?
I mean, I assumed you already knew the question.
Oh, I do, but it's always fun to watch you humans prolificate yourself before me.
So, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. In fact, all I did was fulfill the desire of our dear friend here. As he looks to Ibrahim. But what I did was I also took the opportunity to do a little bit more. And you see him just start licking his paw just casually as if he just literally could not care less.
Okay, you say you didn't do anything, and then you say you took the opportunity to do a little bit more, so what did you do?
I'm sure you, of all people, are aware of the eclipse and what kind of unique things can be done at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say that our friend here decided to use that opportunity to enact his curse upon your father, using it as an opportunity to enhance the effect, so to speak. And well, I believed it better to do something a little bit more than that.
What? I'm getting really
You.
tired of half answers here.
I'm not exactly uppity with the half questions either. But clearly you're standing before me. Which means my job was done well. And what's more is that I have also proven that it was a gamble worth taking. As he looked at Ibrahim on that one. Yes, well, if you'd be so kind, Antimate, if you could actually explain as to what that is about, because now that all of this has occurred with the individual in question that you have enacted the birth of under my request, which was not welcome, mind you, and as well as directing me towards the tribe of Arakakra folk at this time, in this very moment, which feels a bit too coincidental even for me. Of course not. These individuals want something from you, or more accurately from me, and they mayhaps be able to gain something from me. So I ask the lot of you, to what end are you gonna go for the answers and the solution that you seek?
Cast Fireball.
I'm about to, and I don't even have Fireball. This guy's pissing me off.
I can teach you Fireball.
Oh.
Fireball with a magic surge every time gets double
Mhm.
Fireball.
Mm-hmm. I'm tempted. I'm so tempted.
It'd be funny.
I want to know why my magic is so unstable and how I can remedy that.
Well, unfortunately for you, I do and do not have the remedy to your answer.
Do you not, or do you? I'm tired of this wishy-washy bullshit.
As I said, I do and I do not. I do, for I do in fact have the ability to possibly aid you in your effects and the side effects of what occurred from my work upon the eclipse. But I also do not, for the actual need of which, what I can to enact it, is not within our grasp. Ibrahim here, after all, is more of a scout of sorts. He's not the one to enact, he's the one to send people to enact. Or more accurately, for me to send him to send others. And I do a mighty fine job of that, but something tells me that this is something else individually separate to our usual works, now isn't it, Antimate? Indeed. Which is why I ask the question once more as to what it is you are willing to risk in order to acquire it for. There is an active knowledge that you already know what you have to do, but you don't know that you have to do it.
What would be required?
I'm sure that being part of this era, and in fact aiding at these Arakakra folk, you're aware of what harrows them.
Some
Monster?
vague something.
Indeed, a vague something, but a vague something that has a high degree of power within it. high enough of a power that it will aid me in my endeavors, and it will aid you in refraining from your problem from increasing any further.
So you want us to help you kill the monster because you can't do it by yourself. And this monster will help me with my power?
Oh, my dear, if you think I would go out to kill such a creature, you think me far too low. I could kill an individual creature such as that, but that's far too much trouble for my happenstance.
Yeah, what type of creature is it?
Not one of my knowledge, and that's what makes it so intriguing. It's a new entity. Entirely brand new. Which is why its magic would be able to break this increasing bombastic nature growing within you. And it'll aid me in giving Abraham the dream that he is always chased after. You see, Abraham kind of just instantly goes like, well, we won't speak on that dream just yet. That will be a matter of personal endeavors.
Oh, I want to know. I want to know so bad. I'm not
Everyone
going
wants to know a
ask.
personal dream. Of course you do. Everyone wants to know a personal dream, but it is personal and private for a reason. But now I have to say that my own curiosities pique as to what this entity is, and if it's truly enough of a trouble that you would have to ask specific individuals to help you. I could not scout some low-level hicks to possibly deal with this creature. Of course not. It is something beyond. Something that a tribe of Irakakra folk wish to run away from. Do you think any average old party would be able to handle such a thing? Well, I suppose he has a point there. Well, then, in that case, simple as pie, then. You guys have information on this creature. How do we slay it? And by we, I mean you.
We don't have information on this creature, actually.
You possibly spent the night here. How do you not have any information on this creature?
Because they don't have any information.
Everyone
None of
who's
their
seen it,
scouts have ever come back.
everything who's seen it has died. Everyone who's seen it has died.
Roughly a day away. And that is literally the fullest extent of all information we possess. It's some vague something new, it's over there. Good.
Some big something, it's over there.
Ultimate, what exactly are you getting us into at this situation? Desperation is what pushes individuals to do exactly what you want them to do. You knew my manipulative nature. Don't be shocked about it now. At that point is when you finally see its smile kind of fall for the moment. He just pinches the ridge of his nose, like, Ultimate, I am all for having individuals do our work for us, but I am personally not of the kind to simply send someone for an unknown reason. Can you, at the very least, assuredly say that they will solve the issues come the end of this? I can safely assure that our endeavors will be forwarded, and the individual that is worried about herself possibly expiring to her own nature will no longer have to fear it as extremely as she has been. Abraham kind of just looks at you all and goes like, I told you this would be annoying. I would like to formally apologize in this instance for both my partner's behalf and my own in this situation. I did not think a casual curse of that kind would evolve into something like this. I knew the eclipse was a bit of a blind spot for the magics and the gods, but that's not what I was expecting.
Insight check on the cat.
It is unabided how little it cares that it's sending you with so little information. Like, there's like almost a sense that it actively knows that you're practically sending you on a suicide mission.
Yeah, it doesn't give a shit.
Oh, my question was more, will it actually help?
As far as you can
After
tell,
the
it
fact.
seems like it. Pretty much like, hey,
Well-
if you get back, I'll do it.
Abraham, will you be joining us?
Yeah, about that. He will. I'm sorry, you said what now? These individuals will need the aid of someone more acclaimed in the arcane and the mystical. This is an entity that surpasses both of our knowledges, and they'll need your expertise in that moment to ascertain more of its nature than normal.
Welcome
I'm
aboard,
sorry.
buddy.
Abraham has expertise in anything.
Wolmir's like visibly trying to hide his laughter at the fact, not at the fact of what they're saying, but at the, like Abraham has to go.
First off, rude. Second off, indeed, I do have expertise in my own manners of education. Let's put it at. Not
Okay.
formal, like your.
If you're gonna come
wizard
with
folk.
us, I'm gonna need you to talk less.
But I'm
Well,
going with you in order to speak
I
to you about the
don't
things.
care. I am here to fix this, so we're gonna go do this for you. But you need to stop being so annoying, and you're really, really full of yourself.
Charm, isn't it?
No, it's not. I have charm. That's not charm. That's snake oil.
To be fair, it is a little amusing. Kind of like Jack when he first joined us.
Thank you.
I'm
Wolmir
tired
A
of
little
people
bit more
playing
tacky, though.
with my own life.
I'm doing my best not to play with your life. In fact, the only one playing with your life at the moment is intimate. And it is quite enjoying to view. Well then,
Note to self.
off you go.
Where's my sticky note? Kill small cat.
Oh, we don't kill cats.
This one we do.
He's not a cat. He's an air elemental, and he's an asshat.
I wonder if we could actually take him.
At this level, no.
Level 20, when I come back later, yes. He's
Well,
just
I'm not
a
sure.
revenge story for
You
Ashford
gotta
later
realize-
on.
This is a air elemental that has power enough on par with an archfey.
Yeah.
Because that's usually around the level you need to be able to be a patron.
Yeah, no. Later on, we'll deal with him, but right now we're gonna go kill a monster that we don't know anything about.
Anyways, I cast Fireball.
I'm fine with it.
You keep saying that, and one of these days, KTK is gonna be
KTK
like,
is gonna-
no
yeah.
take back seas,
Yep.
it's happening. Roll damage.
Wouldn't be the first time I was got fireball by Volmer.
But Intimate does just once again iterate. Well then, off you go. But Abraham was one of his videos like, I'm not sure this is the best direction to take this. I think that there
I will
possibly
grab,
is. Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. And I grab, what the hell's his name?
Abraham.
Abraham?
Yeah,
Abraham.
that dude. I grabbed Abraham by the shoulder, and like, time to go, buddy.
And as you
You,
just
you
yank
mean
him
the
out as
used
he's
car salesman?
stuttering in that moment, as you yank him out of the entrance of the wagon, and as he exits out, he kind of just pulls himself from your grasp and tries to strain himself against us. Unprofessional. But
said I
Intimate doesn't
was?
change his mind.
And you're not saying no to your own boss.
That's why I tried to talk my way out of it. Oh. Okay. Deal with the matters that we have at hand. Please tell me you do actually have more information than simply it's within a day's travel of this village.
Nope.
Yeah, it's over there.
Actually, has
Oh.
Howard come back at all?
No, he is not.
Well, my owl was supposed to be searching for him, and he has not found him, so
Did your owl die again?
Nope, connection's
I-
still there.
Oh, okay.
he's very much still alive. You do not have to worry about that.
For once, Ibrahim, I wasn't pulling your leg. That's literally the extent of the information I possess. It's some vague something that way.
Jack, where's your horse? Let's go.
We could set a trap. Theoretically.
Could also wait for Howard.
I was hoping that was the plan, that we would wait for your little scout, this Howard, in essence, to return with information. Not to say that rushing in head first wouldn't be the worst of ideas. Of course, catching the creature off guard would be magnificent, but also wholly reckless.
I tuned out after like 5 words. Please stop talking.
Your boss described you as a scout. Why don't you go? Come on, bud.
I'm a scout for individuals. I'm not a scout on the field. That I leave
He's a
you alone.
talent scout.
Scout was in your description.
That's a different kind of scout.
I don't
Okay.
care.
Howard
It's
said
been
it
like
was
how
how
the
far
planes
away?
don't fall, my friend.
Howard has not
doesn't look
returned
like
yet.
that.
Howard wasn't the one who told us it was a day away.
Oh,
Someone
Ruel.
else
it was
did.
the air-
Rue
it was
asked
the air
it.
gun.
Okay, so we could walk that direction slowly so that
The
we're closer.
The singular problem being is that because Howard is now within range of actual connection, Howard would return back to the village and have no way to find Volmer. Short of Volmer
then we have to
despawning and
wait.
respawning him.
So we just have to wait.
Okay.
Cool.
The other thing is, the more we move towards it, it's active at night. And if it somehow catches wind of us from a greater distance, that puts it closer to the Aarakocra. That's something we do not want.
True. Okay, I guess we just chill. I'm gonna go find a corner away from fucking Ibrahim where he can't talk to me, because he's annoying the shit out of me, and I'm pissed.
I do apologize again for Antimate.
Stop! And she just walks away.
Trust me, mate. Trust me. Just drop it. Just it won't end well if you keep trying.
There's always has to be an attempt to be made. I do. If I may ask you, then, in that case scenario, how dangerous has her abilities become?
Depends on the day. It's been mostly harmless, but there are times where it gets somewhat iffy. Very rarely is it
more and
dangerous. Yes, it's been getting more common. It seems more of a danger to her than to us, though.
Interesting.
At least if you ask me.
Except for when she was younger, the
Incidents.
she fireballed on accident.
Okay,
Oh
we're
my,
just gonna tell him that.
Well,
That-
he
I
needs
love
to know the consequences of his actions.
It wasn't
Like,
my actions. It
Yes,
was a
Yeah, shut the
unhappy
fuck up.
byproduct.
That's how Volmer was like the incident. Jack's like, yeah, no, he got fucking fireball.
While I love the curse and who it was to, you need to rein in your fucking patron because of
You're quite
your
humorous if you
curse
think
did
I can
not
rein him
curse
in.
the right person. An innocent got involved. And if I find out that this keeps happening, I'll make sure there's nowhere in these continents.
That's not going to work out for you in that case scenario.
Then I'll just kill you both. And I'll walk off.
Good luck trying. You're not the first.
Wouldn't be our worst odds. And Volmer's just gonna follow
Let's
him.
see.
Volmer's not gonna elaborate, but he's just gonna follow Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Yep.
I'm in roll percentile. Is high good, or is high mischievous, or not mischievous?
I was mischievous.
Okay, I'll behave.
Okay.
What were you thinking of doing?
Seeing how much I could pickpocket off of Ibrahim. Starting with the
It would have been
swords.
funny. Starting with the swords.
Oh yeah. Then it's cash.
Don't
It
want
would
him to
not
be able
take
to
too
stab
long,
you if he
though,
finds you.
of the temperamental and very tense situation of waiting, where Ibrahim himself is going through his carts, and you do see him seemingly going to pocket several of the bottles and whatnot that he has at his disposal to attach them to latches and belts that he has around his entire body. And you do see him kind of like checking his blades and making sure of all sorts of things throughout that entire time. All the while, he is muttering himself just a little bit, just annoyances.
An eye here on him.
Yeah, I kind of imagined you'd hear. Well, you do hear him like mutter sometimes, like, "Oh, never really want to send out to danger," and then Antimate just has to open his mouth. It's just never ending with that feline. It'll be fine as long as this works out well. We won't have any trouble as long as this creature is no issue. But it's an issue if we don't know what it is. So this is going to be painful. And he just constantly just in a loop of just doing his best to calm himself and remind himself this is gonna be terrible.
Are you always distressed when you do anything?
What happened?
Are you always distressed when you do this stuff?
Yes, actually, which is the reason why I specifically do not do any of this sort of acts in the first place. I maintain myself to the act of sending people out, aiding and abetting, and doing nothing else of the sort. I do not spill my own blood. I may have bleed to protect myself, but they do not spill blood any as often as you do to actually murder an innocent.
Now that's a bold accusation.
Given the conversations that I've had with you all, I've ascertained quite a lot out of you.
So I have a question.
You just straight up
This
call
is
us
a
murderers. Okay.
What's that?
That's what I was thinking.
This
He's
dude
just
just straight up called us
casually-
murderers, yeah.
So as a player, when I give someone a comms one-on-one, do
Mhm.
they hear my voice or do they hear a voice?
They hear your voice if they are aware of it. They know it's you. If they don't, it's just a voice in the world.
Can I modulate it at all?
That will require a performance check. And your
Oh.
Oh
charisma
god.
gives you that answer.
Okay, all right, fine. So I will. I don't have to do any any visible movements to achieve a one-on-one comms, do I?
No. I've always imagined it's literally just you look at the person, and at absolute best, it's like that zoom in you get of like a character that's like the panning zoom of like connection.
Okay. I have to do at least one thing to him. I'm
Oh,
just gonna
no.
open up a brief one-on-one comms with him and just go, "There will be pain," and end comms.
Make a performance check.
Come on, not 20.
Come on, you can do it. Let's go.
It'll still be a 17,
go down,
but, you know.
Nat 20's a nat 20.
Nat 20 is not 20.
Rolled above a 10.
That's not
13 is-
bad.
Pretty well. And you would see him kind of look around for a brief moment in that instant as you just say that word into his mind. And you do see him almost reflexively reach for a blade, just kind of like the hand prepares before he kind of just glances around for a brief moment, about 5 seconds, and kind of like you see the puzzle pieces kind of attached in his mind. Goes like, clever trick. Patron yourself?
Who is he asking?
Dalmar.
Okay, so he was able to figure it out, damn it.
He's not dumb.
I'm thinking thought Dalmar
That
will
is
just
debatable.
But after some hours of tension and relaxation having been caused in Volmer, you would get your connection with Howard reestablished as he is returning at last. Instantly reporting that he witnessed the flying creature, and he could have sworn that more glints of light surrounded it. He avoided contact to make sure as to not fall under its claws.
He saw it and he survived? Let's go!
Proud of you,
So-
Howard. Making progress.
Can he share mental images?
He did not get a good enough glance of it. He basically says that the lights were making it hard to make out. But I
That is
will
fine.
say that with the perception check that you did roll for him, the lights felt sentient.
Oh, great. It's just sentient lights. That's always happy to hear about.
Sentient lights with claws.
With claws that fly.
Does this ring bells for any of us? We have comms up between all of us, right? Do we right now?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
Omar put comms up when Ibrahim showed up.
Yeah, but the show was 2 hours long and he had it for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That was his free roll though, so if he wants to spend a die right now, he can.
Oh, sure.
Seven
Better.
hours. So yeah, for the majority of the rest of the day until nightfall. Quick question: Abraham or no?
I feel like we should have him, but that's more of a Dalmar question than a player
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm asking Dalmar.
I feel like at this point he should be, but I also really don't want him to be.
On one hand, it's tactically, like, helpful. On the other hand, he's really fucking annoying.
Sure, I'll just add him. I can always I can always dump the chat room and put up another one without him.
Like having a get
And
together.
Ashrin doesn't even have the fucking ring of mind shielding to block him out. God
No.
damn it!
No, she does not.
Like having a get together at your house and the weird, creepy kids kind of standing around when you're inviting all your friends and you don't know.
I am offended. I am the weird, creepy kid.
Oh,
God, I'm not the only one who is thinking that.
That's kind of what it is. It's
Oh
like
God, why is she here? She's weird. All she's gonna do is talk about her cats.
God, he's just gonna play
See, when I
fucking
say-
Skylanders the whole time.
when I say weird, creepy kid, I'm thinking like the ones who might kill you, but that's a whole story.
I've been told I
Oh.
give school shooter vibes.
No,
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
no,
It's
I
not
know
a
which
good
kid you're
thing, but it's a
talking
related
about.
thing.
you're too normal to give off those vibes.
I have been told by multiple people who personally know me and I would consider my friend that I have school shooter vibes.
Jesus.
That's even
Maybe
less
you
of a
should
reason.
reconsider those things, Volmer. Tone it down a little bit and become less creepy.
Now, if you had multiple people who didn't know you,
I did
say-
have one. The people I used to share a bus stop with were scared of me.
You know what? I mean, I had the same experience, but I don't know if they'd ever call me a school shooter.
The people I shared a bus stop with were scared of me too, but that's because I was related to them and I threw forks at them across the kitchen.
to be fair, they
No, it
deserved
was-
it.
It was my brother. He definitely deserved it.
Yeah, he
Forks
fair,
work
there was-
really well as throwing knives if you know how to do it enough.
So do cards.
I always gave off bouncer, bodyguard, biker vibes. Especially when I wore my sunglasses. There was many customers I actually scared. Because I looked intimidating as
Alright.
fuck.
Volmer, do you share with us the disco ball creature with claws that is the thing that we're going to fight?
No, I'm just keeping this vital information myself. Of course I'm sharing.
So, how does Ibrahim fare with the comms?
Does anything
Seems-
about that description seem... Sorry,
I'm waiting for you to finish the question.
Oh, does anything about that description seem familiar, or do any of us get a clue of what it is?
Sentient light? I mean, it could be wisps. That's pretty active knowledge, but surrounding a creature is the part that makes it a lot more confusing. Because normally wisps don't hang around living creatures. They usually kind of drain those living creatures.
Goddamn undead dragon surrounded by wisps.
Could be.
God, if this is a necro dragon,
It's a necro dragon.
Just reminds me of D&D campaigns past when they didn't go anywhere. Jens tried to launch a campaign, and then Jens was doing this thing where random magic fuckery happened, but he didn't pre-plan it. He just let the dice happen to be what it is, and I got turned into a holy radiant Dracolit.
Jesus.
And the whole campaign ended right there.
That sounds like a good time.
Right.
Anyway,
But in that instance, you would hear kind of Abraham just instantly go with the flow. Just go, well then, with information, what are we waiting for?
boo.
I
Also,
guess nothing.
waiting for probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The day's
I'm-
travel. It's active at night. It's already past midday.
Then in that case, we travel while resting and awaken during the night. Combat the creature, take our spoils.
We travel and rest at the same time?
You have a card. I have a cart.
Do you want to bring your cart into a fight like that? Feels like a bad idea.
Oh, you'd be amazed as to what this card has survived.
Mm,
I don't know if these are Ashran's thoughts or my thoughts.
what are the thoughts?
I'm seriously considering blowing up his cart.
Oh,
Like, just an errant spell. Oops, sorry, it was in the middle of a fight.
I mean, it fits with what I was thinking is, man, I just want to fill this whole thing with black powder.
Mm-hmm.
this is a hot take. I don't get the hate for this guy. Like, he's annoying, but he's not that bad. Like, he's
Well-
not that.
Think of it this way, Volmer. Ashran's life has been fucked with from the moment she was born. She finally figures out who did it, and he's woefully unhelpful and extremely cocky. She's pissed.
Blatant competence.
Yeah, like this
Innocent.
guy is like, I didn't do anything, and then he comes back and he's like, oh, turns out I actually am at fault here, but I don't know why. Like this guy doesn't know anything. His patron keeps him so in the dark that he doesn't know shit.
Yeah, this would be like a good equivalent. You sitting there fireballing someone, not realizing there was a child hiding behind the wooden building or whatever, getting incinerated, and you just going, yeah, whatever, it wasn't my fault.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's not going, yeah, whatever, wasn't my fault. At this point, he's like, oh shit, I did something wrong. I'm going to help. Granted, he doesn't want to go
and
on the
I'm gonna
fight
send
itself.
him there.
He's not going, I'm going to help. It's, oh yeah, here,
Well,
it's their fault, not my fault.
He's like,
That's-
oh yeah, it's clearly this cat's fault. Like, it's the cat's fault. The cat did this, and now I'm in trouble for what the cat did. He's not taking any of the blame.
Take one.
Oh no.
But
A
in either
small
case,
child.
Do we agree on my plan, or are we going to meander here until the creature comes and find us instead?
Sure.
Excellent. See, I told you I can be helpful.
I cast Fireball.
I cast Fireball.
You don't have Fireball.
I will for this
Don't do
fucking
it.
He
instant.
figures out a fucking way. He takes your spell book and casts Fireball.
Mhm.
They
The
cast on
sheer
another
fucking
second sun.
willpower. I cast Fireball.
Damar,
I'm not a
no.
second son.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Does now.
You could recreate it.
I
Alright.
cast Nuclear Bomb.
So are we
I'll
traveling?
hammer at second sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're traveling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're on the way.
I am being moody and cranky and glaring daggers at this asshole.
So, as you begin to get ready to head out, Abraham does very vehemently insist that Howard be the one to lead the party for obvious reasons of where he spotted these creatures, in order to more accurately get an idea as to where it is you guys are going to have combat and have a time and a half enjoying yourselves with whatever this thing is.
If Howard dies this time, I'm not taking the blame for this.
But traveling for the rest of the day into the nighttime, unless you have any other plans to do so, you may take a long rest to prepare any spells and whatnot that you may need and or desire.
We're gonna need
Look
flight
into
for
it just in
everyone.
case.
Which is a problem.
What's that?
Everyone needs to be able
I'll
to
just-
fly.
I'll just cast Fly on Damar.
We also have Misha. And she can stay on the ground and cast spells, maybe.
Yeah, like not everyone. Like Asher and I technically don't need flight either, even though I have it.
You would actually kind of get a little bit of confusion on that end as Abraham is kind of like riding on the cart beside you. By the way, nothing is pulling his cart. It's just moving forward
I figured
as
as
if
much.
something is already pulling it.
Unseen servant, anyway.
Yeah.
But he does kind of bring out and goes like, if I may ask, you are talking about a fifth individual here. Who is this Misha, may I ask? To which she instantly perks and goes like, me, that's who it is. And he just goes, yes, that's who I'm asking about. Who is that? She just barks as the wolf. He just goes, very clever. You have a druid on your side. Does she always stay in that form?
That's her
This is
normal
my form. Feywild? Yep. I have conversations to have with you that are not in the public ears of all these individuals, especially given the fact that I know that 3 of them individually would like to stab me in the meantime. And you would see Misha kind of look at the party, kind of like, wait, who wants to stab him? He talks funny.
We aren't. Yeah, no, we aren't letting you just question our friend just because you're curious.
Yeah.
But I like answering questions. And Abraham here goes like, see, team, it'd be a friendly conversation with 2
Misha,
individuals.
Misha, please don't be alone with him.
But I'm with you
The
all.
creepy uncle.
Outside of mental comms, I'm gonna whisper to her. I'm gonna say that he's not trustworthy right now.
She just gives you a very quiet whimper of confusion. The head tilt.
Your head scratches, but like, he's not. He's not safe.
But, in either case,
Misha is too trusting for her own good, and I love her for it.
She's also our fucking ward, essentially, at this point in time, like, because she is still a child.
she is still a child.
This is like letting your child go into fucking stranger's van with candy.
Yeah, that's why we're all like, yeah, no, so much nope.
So many
See, that
Free
no's.
candy.
That's a double nope right there, actually.
Free candy wouldn't have got me. Free books on the other.
Kittens?
I had enough cats growing up. Books would have got me though. Books would.
But as you are traveling, and the bit of conversation and tactfulness does occur as you guys do decide what you want to do. As the day continues to fall, Volmar, go and give me a perception check for Howard.
Okay, Howard, you're doing well. Don't fail me now, please. I love you.
That one.
With advantage for keen sight. Very nice. Okay,
Thank God
so
for
good on the
advantage.
first roll. As the sun begins to fade, and you do see as Howard occasionally starts to like slow his speed of flight to try and get a much better grasp of everything, especially with keeping communication range with you and whatnot. There is a bit of a small agreement that whatever light they see in the sky is what they're going to warn you about. And it isn't until that the sun entirely is out of the sky itself and the moon begins to crest upon the sky that Howard alerts you to the glowing lights that he spotted prior. And the shape just flying through the air with the swirling of lights around.
Upping invisibility.
Okay. Is there anything you desire to do before getting any closer to this thing?
Or Dalmar, actually, can I cast invisibility when Dalmar is invisible? Or Kwai, not invisibility?
Say that
I,
again.
I have to touch a willing. Okay. Can I real quick, when Dalmar goes invisible, like reach out in the direction and try to touch him to give him fly?
I believe you have to be able to see them and touch them.
You touch a willing creature. It just says touch.
It just says touch?
You touch a willing creature. The target gains a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. When the spell ends, the target is aloft. It can stop the fall.
You just need to touch him. If you can see where he was before,
I
Or
can
more
smack him
accurately,
before
if
you
Dalmar
leave.
just punches you in the gut and just says, hey, there's my hand.
Might want to wait on that because that only lasts 10 minutes.
fair. Dalmar, do not move too far from your current spot until fighting begins. Oh, just before.
Understood.
Ooh, shit.
Where's your horse?
Unless you wanna
I
be on
had
the
a
ground.
Where do all my tokens keep going? Where the fuck is your horse?
Slightly to the left and in the
well,
wrong
he
menu.
was supposed to be hiding behind the tree, but he's not there.
Oh, also, let's do the free comms for the day. Wait, this is the same day, isn't it?
It would have been after a long rest, technically. So, I don't know. Does it recharge on dawn or long rest? I'm pretty sure it's long rest.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure it's on long rest. Because it feels like if it go dawn, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Psionic power. Sonic whispers. First time you use this power after each long rest. Yep.
It's been more than 12 hours since the fight, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I used my cloak during the fight, did I?
Nope.
No. Okay,
You
so we're good.
contemplated it, but it would have burned your
One,
action, and you
yeah.
would have taken 3 attack of opportunities
Right.
if you flew away.
Okay.
So you decided not to do it at all.
Because you just went flying with other flying creatures who can catch up to you away from the
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, it just wasn't a prospect that was worth going for.
Realistically, this thing is flying, yes, but if I stay on the ground, I should be able to hit it as long as it's not.
Yeah.
Going too high.
I've got some range.
That's why I was thinking. Like, I don't think we all need flying.
And I have it if I need it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got rain.
Yeah.
Abraham would kind of perk up a little bit in that moment, kind of was like, so, just as a quick question, how are we beginning this?
Shall we offer you as a sacrifice? Snacrifice?
I'm more than capable of making a getaway attempt if that is necessary.
Counterspell.
I'm
was
afraid
joking.
they don't cast any
Okay.
magics, and mine would not be of that sort either.
She was joking.
And he
Okay,
does
it
wink
is
at you.
fair.
Oh, I'm very aware he was, but even so, I would like to humor the attempt by telling that it would not work.
He
I wouldn't
winked
look
at Jack.
Is he gay ass
Ew.
motherfucker?
I
I've
don't
never
like
been
this.
so soft
Stop
in my life.
flirting with my boyfriend.
Like, this
I
guy
like
reminds
that.
Jack too much of himself, and he's not narcissist enough to fuck himself.
Abraham
Well-
definitely is, though.
He would if it was actually him, not someone like him. He's like a knockoff Jack.
Ugh.
Clearance sale Jack.
I would say kind of like the accent of all Jack's negative natures.
I hate this
Yeah.
so much.
I kind of find it funny.
I hate it.
I find it funny because of the Jack analogy of like it's.
Well,
If you
you
don't
remember
mind
how I
me.
reacted to Jack when he first joined the party, right?
No.
Fucking hated him.
I did. He hit on me
Yeah.
immediately, and I was like, "Fuck off."
We all hated him. It was great. It was
I
hilarious.
still,
Pretty
I love
great.
everyone's reaction when I did the whole chair spin.
So good. But Abraham would kind of perk up and goes like, well, if we're not going to use myself as a distraction, then I highly recommend, and to no fault of its own, having your familiar to aid us in leading it towards us. Give us an opportunity at free shots.
I'm actually curious. How about sending Howard up above it? Maybe trying to come down so we can get a better look at what it is. There's a high chance of losing Howard, but if it can give us enough information
We
to
can
survive
figure out
this
what it
fight,
is.
I think that's worth it.
All right, I guess we're killing my owl again.
I-
I gave you some incense.
It's not the money. It's the fact that I'm killing my bird.
He's
He's doing his job.
he doesn't die. He just poofs to somewhere, and then you bring him back.
If it's any comfort, I do agree with you. I don't like just simply sending out a pet to die.
Neither do I.
Thank you. See,
mean-
the jackass agrees with me.
I mean, I didn't let Lily get into too much danger, but she was also able to go invisible.
Go
so,
invisible.
yeah.
Go invisible and you can poof out at literally any point in
Yeah.
time.
Any point in time, and I could communicate and see. So, like, a little bit of a difference there. I was able to do more with her, but I hated when she went poof in fucking, what's his stupid fuck's tower? House? Bullshit
What's
Sarah-
his stupid
Sarah Mir.
tower?
Yeah, Sarah Mir, that motherfucker.
Oh, that little banishment moment was fun.
Yeah, because it was like a, what the fuck's happening? And then after a minute, fuck, I know what happened.
But if Howard is going to attempt to fly up there without being spotted by these creatures, go ahead and make a stealth check for him.
Okay, Howard, you're a good boy. You don't proc attack of opportunity.
Would Volmer be able to look through Howard's eyes at that distance?
If he maintains the connection from the moment that he starts it, I believe it maintains.
I mean, technically by rods, every round he has to re-up it, but
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. He has to re-up it, but the initial casting maintains. It doesn't say anything about if he breaks that 100 feet, it breaks. It just says when you're within 100 feet, you can start the connection. You use every round to keep it up.
what
Doesn't
I'm
say
saying
anything
is
that-
it takes an action to start to do it. It lasts for a round and then it breaks. You then do another action to do it again. Do it again. Technically by rod.
I don't believe so, actually. I remember having this conversation in an older game, and it was like, no, that actually works. That works more than it should.
I mean,
Also-
I'm down for it working. That'd be cool.
I mean, yeah, I'm down for it. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what he hears until the start of your next turn. Gain the benefits of any special senses that the familiar has. During this time, you are deaf and blind. With regard to
Till
your,
the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
So it does only last for 6 seconds.
it's just
God,
usually
it
it's
does
used,
only last for 6 seconds.
usually it's used out of combat, so no one really cares.
I was gonna say, odds are either It's also possible it's printed differently in the DMG. That's also a possibility.
That is a possibility.
But either way, no, I'm still gonna maintain it as you can keep it up constant. It does feel it does feel so weird to go like, hey, here's this really useful surveying spell, but it only works for 6 seconds at a time. It's like, no, no.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
I
It's
know.
just awkward in canon too, of like on off, on off, on off.
Yeah, it does. Like it's like you have to blink every 6 seconds, but it's irritating.
That's why like nobody I've ever seen plays it that way because
Yeah.
it makes no fucking sense realistically, but by raw technically. Ugh.
But
Okay, but no
as
one-
Howard flies up above these creatures, in order to see as to what they are, the closer he gets, the more he gets that sensation that there is multiples. But when he gets the proper view of what this one creature is between all these scattered little lights, the lights aren't just simply sentient in a way, they're actually glowing via their feathers. And the one in the dead center being the more prominent of the lights start to kind of fade into actual visual representation as Howard gets a little closer. First off, that's... Oh. Did I do it wrong? Oh, it's because you guys are not on the page. Right. I forgot to move you guys to this page real quick. Because then I can show you what Howard sees as that being one of the individual lights, being an owl-like creature with bipedal legs, and yet glowing luminescent wings of sorts.
I kind of want one as a pet.
Right?
There's just a lot of them.
There are 6 of them, just rapidly flying around this one center mass, of which that one center mass is that. A much larger grown variant of this creature, who may not have as much glow, but clearly shows a lot more aptitude and lethality and ability, per se.
I want to ride it into combat.
But it is when Howard gets close enough to see the actual shapes of these figures and to give you that view that you hear the screeching cry of one of the smaller ones, which instantly alerts the lot of them to go right for Howard at a breakneck speed. What's Howard's flying speed?
Can I just poop him before they get to him?
You can. I believe so. I believe you can just poof him as long as he's in the same plane. Double checking that's not a fucking Warlock of the Chain thing.
As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar, appears in a pocket dimension, and where it awaits your summons.
Yep, there's no range on that. Beautiful. Beautiful.
He's instantly poofing out of there. I am not letting my bird die again.
Good. Poofing Howard out of that situation as each of you are able to see into the sky where once those lights were just kind of dancing around in the air for the briefest of moments before Volmer returns back to himself. You see them shoot upward to where Howard would have been in the moment before his disappearance.
Bastards.
So these are just fucking Alkin, actually, but like...
They're piranhas. They're flying, shiny piranhas.
Has Jack ever ran into this race before?
No.
Did Volmer try to identify them?
Make an intelligence or nature check.
Feels like something Fabwin would make for, like, a dare. Let's see, what's my nature?
Has Jack fucked a bird yet?
13.
You? What? Sorry. My husband was yelling, and the game hasn't even started yet. So I was like, what the fuck is happening? He was excited that Reba is singing the national anthem.
That's awesome.
Reba! But, with a 13, that does not match any sort of mental records of any creatures that you can even begin to think about. The only thing that even remotely has any sort of directable comparison is an owl bear, but owl bears don't grow wings. Owl bears don't glow in the night.
Can I try?
Can I prestidigitate an image for others to see?
You can. Intelligence or nature? Ashrin, your choice.
Oh, sure. Oh, doesn't matter. They're the same thing. Beautiful. I have no fucking clue. It's a bird.
That is a creature of
I don't
unknown
see
origin.
why Dalmar would know any of this information, but I'm curious anyway. And they're both plus
Like,
2.
Aarakocra are a known race. Are the Owlkin or whatever a known race?
Nope.
Like common?
Never mind.
Hey, it could have been something that was traded on the black market. You never know.
You mean the
Could've been.
Kapir?
Whatever the owl race is actually called again.
I think I think it's the Kapir? Question mark?
Aren't they just Elkin?
They're a Owlkin.
Owlin.
Owlin.
The fuck am I thinking about the Caprin?
I don't know.
Here, I'm gonna go grab a snack real quick.
Don't know.
I know there's a thing called Caprin that was like a not often known about shit thing. Oh well, I'll find it at some point. But Owlins, not really. I mean, in most cases it's equated to a subseries of Aarakocra folk.
Okay.
At least now.
Kind of what I was just getting at is like, do these seem like they would be? They're way different than Owlins?
Oh, extremely.
Okay.
Extremely. Let alone were Owlin bipedal, but also they had a lot more humanoid in shape.
Okay, Will.
Also of note, the Owlin, if I recall correctly, were mostly Feywilden races.
I don't know, but the only Caprin I found is a homebrew race. They're goat people.
Goat people, okay.
Yeah, there's
I
no
don't know.
picture. But they're goat people.
Interesting. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking about then. In either case, the creatures being somewhat attentive and now having spotted a bit of it in that moment, as even Abraham kind of looked at that very tentatively worried at the sight.
Clue what the fuck those are.
Well, I did tell you that well, no, more accurately, my comrade did say that it was a complete and utter unknown. I'm not saying something, given that he has quite the gift of foresight. He caused us to meet, after all.
Oh god, he's still sitting down there in the corner. Can you get rid of him? That's creepy.
Oh, the one that I had the
Yeah! The one that the initiative was
the
on.
initiative
He's just
tracker.
camped out in the corner.
Like, what the fuck are you talking
What's going on?
about?
The
From the last fight that we had on this map, there was one of those things.
the Galatus.
Oh,
Yeah.
in order to keep track of their initiative, since they kept.
Yeah!
Yeah, since I kept popping them in and out of the map.
Alright, well... I guess we head towards them. Should we try to be stealthy, sneak up on them?
Required to get off the wagons, as I'm sure you've been hearing this entire time. Crunching stone and gravel and dirt is not exactly quiet.
Well, I feel like no matter what, we should get off.
Yeah.
Oh, does that thing suddenly have cannons mounted onto it?
Of course not. Barbaric.
Be fucking hilarious.
It would be pretty funny.
Pull up the straps and just cannons outside one of them, 3 on each side.
Won't lie, it is a bit comedic, and it is a bit of an idea now.
I'd fucking do it. Oh my god, just like a massive, like one of those like anti-air artillery ones.
Oh
Just
god!
pushing it out of the front, so it covers the whole of the front.
Jesus.
Yes.
That would be fucking comedic.
Kills him,
But-
it kills him.
In either case,
Yeah.
as you dismount your carriages, do you take the steed with you or no?
No, it can
No.
stay back here. He's not gonna be useful in that fight, anyways.
I mean, he's a bullet sponge
Yeah,
Not really.
not really.
for 19 HP. He's a bullet sponge.
It takes one hit. So.
Want to know the terrifying thing about that? I forgot her name, but the one girl from the Frigid North, she had less HP than that.
Yep.
He had 4. Or 8.
She had
4.
9, if I remember correctly.
It was 8 or 4, one of the two. Because I think it was 8. Either
It was
way,
enough for Volmir to kill her in one punch.
4.
It.
Oh, then it was 4.
One punch? No, it was not enough for one punch. I didn't
It
think even
was,
with a
with-
crit you would have
with-
killed.
With sneak attack, it was.
It was
Okay,
because we
well-
literally were making the joke that a cat could one-shot her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Volmer's punch couldn't do it because you can't do finesse on a punch. Unless you're a monk.
So, okay. They were like circling the main dude. How far, like, spread out were they? Roughly?
Not very. Far as Volmer got to see, they were at the absolute best 10 feet out of each other.
Which is why they look like a cluster of lights rather than an actual creature.
All right, Volmer. I'm ready for flight.
I guess on that note, level 3rd, light.
Hey, Volmer,
Yeah.
shall we collaborate and do like a acid and fire, just like
We've done it before, we can do it again.
I think that's.
I'm gonna take to the skies.
Okay. I'm
did
imagining invisible.
Of course.
did Howard let us know how far up they were flying?
Roughly 300 so feet. Just kind of gliding, looking.
Okay.
Abraham does kind of perk up a little bit and then was just, we still haven't discussed as to how we're going to beckon them. That's the biggest problem here.
Beckon them?
How else are you going to get them to hunt you down?
I mean, a giant fireball and a giant splash of acid might piss them
That's
off enough.
300 feet in the air, yes. Perfect.
Okay.
It's not a problem for me.
I'm gonna go 300 feet in the air.
I feel there's a misunderstanding going on here that
I'm gonna
The
take
need
off
for
I'm gonna drop
anything here
invisibility.
is not let alone a body, but also to actually draw their attention so other individuals can aid in this process.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and take off invisibility and then literally shout, "Oh, you who?" And then
What do
go
you mean
invisible
other
again.
individuals?
There's no other... You think I have magical spells that reach 300 feet?
And we're watching
I don't
that
know if
spear
that's
thing.
player or character, but it's probably character. My first instinct was get good, noob.
Fucking hell.
Right back.
As Dalmar taunts the creatures, he walks away.
Dalmar's taking care of it. He's leading them right to us.
Yup.
I'm honestly that's honestly great because he can move pretty fast, right?
Fly gives you 60?
With a bonus action dash.
Yes. Vollmer, that was a question towards you, you dumbass.
His
Why
flight
give
speed, I
60?
believe it's 30.
60.
60, yep, I was wrong. 60.
I was like, I know flight's fast. I know it's fast. I just wanted to make sure it was 60.
I can fly faster, though.
Did
No,
we,
you can't.
Boomer?
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Winged boots match my movement speed. I can bonus action dash, and I have...
Yeah, so can Dalmar. You forget, he's a better rogue than you. Even though his dice
Yeah,
rolls don't say it.
Should we position ourselves in some high up trees just in case he leads them close enough?
That was my point! As you just seeing Dalmar in the air already taunting the creatures.
I'm gonna.
I feel like how y'all constantly reference like there's trees everywhere. This place is mostly plainland, barren, craggy bullshit.
Oh, there's not trees.
Yeah, Borisland does not have as much forest and tree life as you guys keep thinking.
I don't know. I assumed we were in a forest.
No, never have I mentioned this area was a forest ever.
Fuck. Okay.
That's why constantly when you guys reference like, oh yeah, we're like gonna hide in the trees and stuff. I'm always like, I have not once mentioned that this place has any verdant greenery.
Cool.
Borisland is like 90% mountain.
Fair. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna activate the cloak and fly up a little bit. I don't know, like 60 feet.
This is why I
Okay.
wanted these two to kick it off by flying up. Fireball.
Dalmar's
essentially.
bringing it to us.
Yeah, but see, that loses the element of surprise.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
that
And
was
once
the whole
again,
thing.
why Abraham was constantly like, so are we gonna plan this out? How we're gonna like get their attention? But the
Well, we
both of you
didn't
were just
want
like,
to
we're
get
just gonna
their
nuke them. It's
attention.
like, okay, I understand we're gonna nuke them, but how are we gonna, format ourselves?
I don't know. Maybe if Abraham didn't talk so much, we might actually listen to him.
Okay. Okay. Actual, let me see, where are they on the map? I can't
Yeah,
find
they're
them.
not on
I
the
was
map
gonna
yet.
place them down after, but Damar went up to them to go taunt them. I need to know how far he is away from them, trying to taunt
Yeah,
them.
I'm like trying to strategize
I
in my
think
head.
he said he flew up 300 feet
Yeah, exactly. So
and
if you
then
only
yelled at them.
only flew 300 feet to yell at them, they are still a distance away. They are far enough away that they're not coming after you right here now, which is why Abraham's constantly going, what's the plan? Before we get close enough.
There is no plan. We just.
Abraham, what are your combative spells? What can you do?
I am capable of delaying them. I'm capable of aiding you. I'm capable of making them sick. I'm capable of quite a lot of things. However, most of them are at a closer range and not in the air.
Well, make some pretty fireworks, buddy.
Yeah, that's only on the availability of my cart.
Okay. Okay. Less infighting, more actual strategizing here. So what I'm hearing is you're good at making things stronger and making things weaker, right?
Relatively speaking, sure.
Okay,
Fuck it. I'm giving everyone +1 to their
You-
AC right now.
Off the bat, just starting off with +1 AC.
Yeah, besides Ibrahim. Everyone else gets
Why?
+1 to AC.
Absolutely, he's ignoring Abraham. You think he was gonna give it to Abraham? Fuck
Yeah.
no, he was never gonna give that to Abraham.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm gonna give it to Misha instead.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
our fucking ward. Yeah. So I can only do it to
Okay.
4 people. Otherwise I'd give it to
oh,
myself.
that's why. Okay, I thought you were intentionally just everyone but
No,
him.
he only has 4 right now.
Yeah, it's up to my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Actually, no. Then, well, 4 plus himself. Correction.
I mean, we don't have it worded that way.
Proficiency is
Do you want it
+4
worded
right
that way?
now.
Well, isn't it? Because up to your proficiency bonus, you're not included in that count, which is why it's your proficiency bonus.
4.
Why do I keep thinking? No, it's not. I'm looking at it right here. Dalmar is at 5, at 12. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Your proficiency bonus is 5.
Mine is at 4.
It's at 4. At
Why
level
does
12, your
Dalmar have a
proficiency
5?
bonus is 4. I don't know.
Why does Dalmar have a 5 in proficiency bonus? What the fuck?
What'd I do?
Why are you cheating?
If I could.
Hold on. Is he accidentally level 13 for some reason?
No, he's level 12. I'm looking at his fucking sheet. It's a Kalashtar rogue level 12.
Yeah, don't know why.
Is it a feat I
Yeah,
have or
item.
something?
About to say, does he have an item or a feat that buffs it?
Buffs what?
Your
Proficiency bonus.
proficiency bonus.
Oh, isn't it my Ion Stone?
Oh, you have an Ion Stone?
Yes, it is the Ion
Okay.
Stone of Mastery.
Yeah, no,
and your
we
proficiency
have-
bonus
we
is
have
by
4.
1.
Now, if you intended us to have 5, you could level us up. It's been a while since we've leveled up.
Yeah, no, that's why Jack doesn't include himself all the time, is because
Fair enough.
We're only
Okay.
4.
I don't know why. I cannot believe I've always just looked at Dalmar's sheet. Completely whiffed on the Ion Stone. Which also, by the way, that also means that there is always a glowing blue orb around your head, right?
Well, no, it specifies in the flavor text that that I can put it in a pouch and then just like pop it out and I'm
Yes,
good to go.
but when you have it put away, you don't have that +1 your proficiency bonus. That's
Okay.
the problem with Ion Stones. They have to be floating around you to have the effect going.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the downside to Ion Stones.
still technically an item, so it goes invisible when he goes invisible. So.
Oh no, I'm just saying is that I'm saying like when he's not invisible, just let you know if you ever have the Ion Stone, it's glowing. You just have a glowing
It's not any
Venus
more
around your head.
ostentatious than Volmer's crown.
Strategizing. I'm assuming.
By the way,
he's-
Dalmar. Yeah, really quickly, Dalmar, did you get close enough to taunt at them, or are you just going 300 feet and just yelling out at them?
Oh, I'm just going up, yelling at them. I'm gonna throw a psychic dagger. It'll poof after its maximum range, and then seeing if they respond or not.
Okay, I didn't fully answer my question. Like, are you getting close enough that your voice would reach them, or are you just doing it from where you guys are at? Because you guys are far from the things.
Just from where I'm at. To start, if that doesn't do anything, then I will readjust.
They do not seem to notice in the slightest, because you guys are far enough away that they have not noticed you in order to come and attack you yet.
Okay, Dalmar, come back. Don't get their attention. We're trying to get at least
Pop
a little
invisibility, and I descend back to the cart.
trying to catch them off guard a little bit if we can.
Okay, so I'm assuming you know haste, correct?
I do not.
How are you?
Because that is a
That was-
single
that was-
cast on a single person, and when it breaks, it hurts them.
That was born out of character of how are you a buffer without? Okay, what spells do you have?
I have
Specifically.
Bane, I have Ray of Sickness, and I have other such of the sort.
Bane's good. Bane's very good.
Thank you.
Well, yes, these are helpful spells. I'm more thinking, what can he do to buff us before we go fight? He stays back with Misha, since neither of them can fly, and he's at a lacking of range.
I can
Well-
give you Bless.
Uh,
Thank you.
So, ultimately, we don't want this to be a full aerial combat. Like, that was never my idea.
That is what I have been trying to say, and you would like to not reference me in the slightest.
I mean,
I'm trying to
you
work
keep
with
trying
you.
to
Just...
talk over. We need to hit them, piss them off, get them to come down to us. They're probably going to be able to do flyby bullshit like the Aarakocra did.
You are also assuming that these creatures are intelligent enough to do such a thing.
I mean, basic animals do that. You don't need to be intelligent to flyby attack. I've watched hawks literally do it thousands of times.
And you are speaking of the perspective that this is a noble creature.
I mean, it's probably more intelligent than a fucking hawk, so instinctually it'd probably be able to do that. You ever seen an owl
Back to
try
the
to
matter
catch
of
a mouse?
hand. What is the plan?
Do we have any, like, are there any large boulders around here?
There are a set few around the area, yeah.
I think we need to set ourselves up to a point where most of us hide behind those. To some degree. Bisha, do you have any spells that could mold stone? Maybe make these a little bit wider, a little bit bigger?
Nope.
What about molding the earth?
Nope.
Okay.
I have my paws.
Are these enough to, like, typically hide one or two of us? Probably behind?
Nope.
I mean, no, this is me to you, KTK.
Oh.
Boulders.
A couple, yeah. There are a few in the area that may or may not be able to do so.
Could we get everyone hidden behind one besides Dalmar, Ashran, and
Behind one? No.
no, not behind one, but behind rocks, relatively close to each other. Besides 3 people, so 3 of us, I guess.
Am I looking for a goddamn boulder token? You're damn right I am.
Fuck yeah.
I was thinking if we get like here and here, those look larger, that'd be good.
You just need to get the boulder from Bob.
What the No, it's not a boulder, it's a rock.
It's a rock!
The rock
I was so
lobster.
confused the fuck you were on about there.
Oh god, not the rocks.
The rock from it's the pizza delivery episode.
I know the.
That's what I'm
motherfucking
saying,
built
is when she
reference.
said the boulder, I was like, the boulder from SpongeBob is like, oh, it's not a boulder, it's a rock.
Like the only episode I know, okay?
Yeah, but you happened to say rock, and I was getting
You did.
PTSD.
You did.
Trust me, I get the reference. You do not have to worry about that from me. I get the
See,
reference.
you
I
said
know.
boulder, and what I posted in Yoli memes is what came to mind immediately.
Please tell me it's
Is
the
it the
fucking
boulder
Avatar.
from Avatar?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
That's kind of.
That's
what
why I was
doing.
so fucking confused, because when he said just put in the boulder, and I was like, from Avatar?
Boulder is conflicted, or has conflicted feelings about finding a young blind girl. I
The
can't do voice.
boulder is no longer conflicted.
So good. But there you go.
Okay,
I placed
so-
some
That was so good.
some
Now
nicely
it's
shaped
not.
boulders.
They
Okay.
keep
on the
trying to make
ground.
more Avatar.
Look at that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
Like, will we be able to hide 3 of us behind these ones here?
3? No.
Those aren't even the boulders he put down.
I
on
know,
the next-
that's why I'm
They
asking
aren't.
for-
But 3, no. 2, sure. 3?
Okay.
No.
So we can fit one here, one here, one here then.
You could fit more in this one, but yes.
Okay, yeah.
I
I'm
bet
just-
you could put 2 people here. Like, there's 2 nice.
Yeah, you can
little
fit
squares
2,
there.
but he said 3. It's
Well,
like,
I said 3 between these 2.
oh. No, not in between. There's a fucking gap there.
No. 3, 1, 2.
I did that just for you,
3.
Jack. Just for you.
To God, Katie.
Yes, 3 in total in between in that one single, like, little cluster you can.
Okay, and enough that it still keep cover from who's coming.
Except for that, this is Ariel, and they're looking.
I was gonna
down.
say, you are also expecting a lot from Ariel.
Yeah, we're also hoping that they will be focused on you two, because you guys could go 100-something feet out, do your shit, fly back. They're focusing on you guys and doing it, going lower altitude. I'm hoping that'll give us enough cover if we stay low to the ground. Is my idea. And
Okay.
so having myself and Misha over here, having Ibrahim over here, we both hunker, or all 3 of us hunker down. You guys run backwards. Dalmar can be wherever the fuck he wants to be. And you just lure him into an ambush, essentially.
Speaking of Dalmar, clock's ticking. 10 minutes, but time is ticking.
Right, so I'm assuming my fly that I can dash while flying.
Yes. So you can go 120 feet per round if you seriously want to go zoomies.
I mean, you can go 180 if you really wanted to go 80.
Yeah, if you really, really wanted to, you go real zoomies.
So, are we ready then? My flight's not going to last forever.
Anyone else have any additions?
No, I think we position ourselves and get ready to go.
Fulmer?
Indeed.
All right.
Any ideas, Fulmer?
I will movement, dash.
Go ahead
Keep
and
in mind,
push yourselves
Dalmar,
where you're going to go.
You don't need to be up there directly, because they're going to be getting it within distance of shooting off a long-range spell and running back towards us.
I mean, I have to get 150 feet from it.
Yeah. And
Okay,
then,
so-
Unless you want me to do
pause.
like an Eldritch
What did-
Blast, and that's 240.
No. 150 feet, and then rush back towards us.
So me and Volmer fly in, do a Vitrolic Sphere and a fireball, and then run back.
And then bolt it back towards us. Where the rest of the group is waiting to try to ambush them. Hoping they
Okay.
don't have long-range spells themselves.
Okay.
That's the only thing is I'm worried about.
How far away is this thing? Or should we like walk closer so that we don't have as far to try to lure this thing?
That is the problem. They are somewhere in the 5, if not farther, 5 to 500, 500, if not more range, since you have no cover, so you have to stay as far away from these fuckers as possible to make sure they don't come at you right here and now.
Yeah, that's the downfall.
I mean, I could lure them in with an Eldritch Blast straight up into the sky.
Yeah, but then we'd lose the chance of being able to hit all of them being so close together in that little swarm.
They might stay that way when they come investigate.
Possibly, but it's looking like a...
Are we taking a gamble of such a huge opportunity on a mite?
Yeah, because like to me it looks like you got the worker bees, surrounding the queen bee. A lot of times the not workers, but you know what I mean, will shoot off by themselves and go after the problem, leaving the queen behind.
Okay, I'm concerned that once we use, mechanically speaking, the action to cast the spell, I can only go 60 feet. And then they're gonna get a turn, and they'll eat me.
It will quantify as a surprise round, so you will still get that full turn, and then it would cycle to the next.
Okay. So I can go
Assuming you sneak up on
180.
them and they don't spot you within that
Yeah,
150 feet.
I'm not
Yeah.
invisible, and we're flying in open air.
Yep.
And there's 7 pairs of eyes.
And they are nocturnal. Nocturnal.
Actually, here's another idea. Fulmer, sorry, you're gonna hate this. How about we send Howard out again
I'm not
Same
sending Howard
thing.
out again.
and send it off towards the opposite direction that we're coming from? So they're all looking away from us. We get closer.
Oh, so Howard like flies by, gets their attention, goes that direction. They all look at Howard, and then we sneak up from behind.
Kind of, yeah. At least it'll allow us to get closer to them by the time that they start coming back.
I'll be personally against that, both due to the fact of sacrificing a pet, and also due to the fact that we do want them to get closer to us. If they chase after the owl, that will get them further from us.
I agree with him on
I'm
this
going
one.
to zoom up 180 feet in the air. What do
Mhm.
I see?
They are just kind of paroling. They're looking for
Away
something.
from us?
Not exactly away. They are slightly drifting distance-wise away from you, but doesn't seem like they have any intention just yet.
The last time that they saw Howard, did they shoot off? Did like the smaller one shoot off towards Howard, leaving the big one there?
Yes.
And then they all came back to where the big one was.
As far as you can tell.
So that's kind of, they wouldn't be moving farther away from us if we do this again, just in a different direction, because they got to come back towards where the big one's at. If we can move forward and get closer, find places to hide behind boulders and stuff like that, we could then have a closer, distance, and they're going to be in the same spot, relatively. So they're not going to be running away farther from us. They'll do what we planned.
I'm just saying you're assuming a lot out of an animal that you have no ideas about.
I mean, you're assuming that they're going to chase us anyways. They could cast fucking spells for all we know and just bombard us from the sky.
Indeed, my assumptions are no better than yours. I'm just saying that your time is ticking on the cast of Fly right there, and you are quite literally spending more of it.
I'm trying to make sure we don't fucking die.
I'm gonna get my bow and shoot an arrow at him.
Do you have a longbow?
Eldritch Blast.
Because if it's a
I'm
short
not
bow, I
close
think
enough.
short bow caps out at 180.
I'm gonna fly up to where Delmar is.
Okay.
How far away are they from me?
Well, if you're only going to fly up in that kind of like rough range,
He's
they're
180
still...
feet up.
Hmm?
He's 180 feet up. If I
Yes.
fly up to him,
And they are additional 120 up, and I imagine Dalmar has not gone away from you guys, he's just flown up to keep an eye on them. They are still that ludicrous distance away.
cool. I'm gonna shoot an
it's
Eldritch
only-
Blast towards them. It only goes 240 feet.
And it's just a short bow. So
Is it just a short bow? Oh, then yeah.
yeah,
that's-
but it says it maxes out at 320 feet. But the thing is, it
Oh,
doesn't
damn.
need to hit them.
does not. You're just trying to get their attention.
Yes.
I have
So
3
I
beams.
will-
It goes boom, 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 and makes loud noises.
Does indeed.
Well, I think I hit the wrong button. That was a lot of D6 for just a short bow.
As the impatience grows, and Ashrin goes up and launches her Eldritch Blast, while Dalmar launches off his arrow as he appears in visibility. Unfortunately, he just pops right back into invisibility if you so desire. No visible reaction comes from the cluster of light, except for one. One of those lights seems to disconnect. Then a second one. Then a third one. Fourth, fifth,
Incoming.
sixth. Until eventually that
Go back
seventh
down.
larger light just kind of starts drifting in that direction as well. Also, y'all still haven't placed yourself where you're gonna be.
When they get within 200 feet, I'm going, or when I feel like my flight is about to expire, I will get down to ground level. So my assumption is they can't fly faster than 200 feet around.
180, but yes.
Wilmer's gonna take off like 60 or 30 feet in the air and just hover.
Okay, you're 30 feet. You're at 30 feet. Ashrin is at 180.
I'm gonna start going down, so I assume after I do the action to do I'm gonna use my movement to go 60 down, so I'm like 120.
I forget his name. What's his farthest range for the charlatan bastard?
His farthest range. His farthest range is 90 feet. Hence why he kept saying that he needs them to be dragged closer. He cannot shoot that far.
He can barely, like, you guys might want to fall back closer to where I am so he can shoot them when they're in the air.
Dalmar,
he
you
can
said you're
barely-
dashing, right? Dashing down?
Yeah.
Okay, double checking to make sure I have the math correctly here.
Math is for nerds.
As you begin to watch these individual lights start to kind of make their way closer, there comes a brief moment, roughly at about 100 or so feet range. Yeah, give or take somewhere around that area. Kind of like 80 to 100. Angle-wise makes it even worse. There's still to be like a little bit of a scattering sense with all these lights, no longer clumped against the one large one. Before eventually you do start to see they start to actually descend towards the ground.
Taking the dodge action continuously.
Are
Okay.
any of them within 240 feet of me?
They would get to once they start to descend.
Okay. Do I have another action? Have we
Oh, more than
reached
enough.
that point yet?
Problem is that they are now extremely scattered. As they are no longer a single cohesive unit, they are now actually surveying a vast majority of this area. In essence.
Ibrahim and Misha.
Yeah, you have range. You have range.
Oh.
Anything on this map, you essentially have range on.
Yeah, I just didn't know where they were.
Oh yeah, no, because I don't have them on the map yet.
Yeah.
We've been working with our party where we spend too long over analyzing a fight we know nothing about, and then I make a strategy on the fly. And then
I'm sorry, guys.
Why is that one not being... Oh, right, because of this, right.
My rule of thumb is don't try to plan unless we have information.
We didn't have
We
any
don't-
information, which is why
That's
I was
my
like,
point.
let's just bring them here and start the fight, especially because it's 4 o'clock already and we only have an hour left. And
That's why even Ibrahim was just like, so how are we dragging them to us? Because I'm not saying anything, we're going to them, we're dragging them to us.
I mean, fireball. That's how we were gonna drag it. We had
in order
information
to
on
fireball, we needed to go to them.
Yeah.
them. Yeah, we had information
And
of their
that
tactics.
Fireball was too...
Fireball's 140 feet.
Yes, but I'm slow as shit, and these things are fast. And I couldn't get away fast enough I couldn't get them back to you guys fast enough.
Yeah.
That's why I said it with us getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was.
And then that came with the... But that only problem with that one was that you came with the risk you'd be spotted, so... Give or take! Regardless. But, in either case scenario, as they are making their descent, as each of them seemingly have begun to get their own little quadrant sections of sorts. Do you take an opportunity shot here, Ashen, at all? Oh, that one's on top? Fuck that. Oh, I know what I could do. Oh, don't do that.
Are they on the ground?
They're making their way
No,
to the
you're
ground.
bird.
There we go.
I'm gonna pop invisibility.
Invisible. Whoops. God damn it. Make this easy for myself. That way I don't have to worry about that anymore. Damar is invisible.
Actually, can I take a shot at this guy? Then go in... No, that's an action, then an action. Never mind.
You would start watching as they seemingly in a bit of more intellectual formation as you hear these screeching cries of the much larger one in comparison to the chirps of the others, seemingly having them actually do more than just roaming around. And you do see that they do start to seemingly bicker about one another. Young animal creatures
Wait,
bickering.
They moved?
They're not just standing still while you're just planning and thinking.
Cool. I'm gonna hit that one with a chaos bolt. Hold on. This one with a chaos bolt.
Or 24 to hit, indeed hits. 4 to 1. What damage type are you going for? At 240, that'd be way more than enough range.
Let's do force. Maybe it'll knock him out of the air.
240.
Yeah, I have 240 range.
200. 220 feet. 230 feet in the air.
They are?
Because you have a 240 foot range? Actually, no, it'd be the other way around. You are 110 feet away, and then plus angle, that's farther.
I'm also 120 feet in the air.
Oh,
Oh, you are 120 feet in the air, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. 110. Maybe
can
even
do the
higher
math.
than at that point.
I can do the math if I need to.
I was saying they're even higher at that point. Then are you waiting for them to get closer to the ground, or are you taking a shot while they're super fucking high?
I don't know.
That's the question for you. Are you taking the shot while they're uber high in the air, giving them a super early warning? Or are you gonna wait until they get lower?
Maybe I'll wait until they get lower. I don't know. They all bunched up right there, so
They did.
maybe I should do.
You can get. Are they like at the same altitude?
They're roughly at the same altitude, like starting to just descend as they're bickering about one another.
So could you get them in a fireball?
I could get them
Or
in a vitrolic
sphere.
sphere.
Good.
Could I do it too?
I need to
Can
get
we
a little
get our
closer
roof?
for that one though, because that one's only 150 feet range.
Mine is. Fireball. Sorry, I was doing the math in my head while you guys were talking.
Fireball
Yep.
140.
150. So yeah,
Oh, the
I can
150?
definitely.
Am I close enough that I could get them in the vitrolic sphere?
They
Yeah,
would
they're
have to be at par, not at par height with you, but pretty.
How high
relatively
are
close.
they in the air right now?
They're at 230 descending.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait until they're within range, as well as
Same.
Volmer. We're telepathically connected, so we could go at the same time.
Volmer, 30 feet in the air, at that range, 70. You said 150, Volmer?
Yeah, yep. Fireball. Do, 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 do.
For Volmer to be able to hit them, they'd have to only be 80 feet in the air.
I can lift off a bit more.
You can if you want to.
Guess I'll go. How high is Ashrin?
120.
Yeah, I'll catch up with Ashrin, so that way we can both do it and then start dropping.
So in-game time, how much time do I have left on flight?
About a minute.
Because in real life time, okay, so about to say in real life we've spent like 25 minutes.
Yep.
And I'm still flying, so just curious. Question has been, or of course it has been a lot of like questioning on like game mechanics and
Yep.
stuff. So
So I'm giving it a minute.
cool.
So as soon as they get down,
Do, 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 do.
Fried chicken with the secret herbs and spices.
Mm-hmm.
secret herb and spices, acid.
So just to
Spicy
confirm, you're going to hit them while they're 200 feet in the air.
No, we're waiting until they get low enough.
Which would be 200 feet when we both can shoot them.
Yes.
Do we want to wait until they're lower?
I think we just shoot them and we drop. We just start letting ourselves
That's
go
why
down.
Volmer got at par level with you, so that you can shoot
Okay.
them while they're higher.
Sure.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
confirming
because
this.
I assumed we'd want to shoot them earlier, so that way they had less of a chance of spotting the others before we could get the drop on them.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
I already threw it.
Ashton's already thrown hers. It's going to go against these four over here.
God, I get the worst fireball rolls.
Where the fuck is my handy little magic
of ones.
thing? Here it is.
I mean, 3 1s, but you did get 2 6s and 2 5s. So.
No, KTK, you updated the layout
Define.
on.
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
I
screen.
did that 2 weeks ago.
I must have
Something
missed
like
it.
It was a while. I shit you not. I got 3 nat 20s on the saving throws.
Fuck.
That's why I was laughing to myself. Like, I did not. I didn't. I
KTK,
fucking
you're
didn't.
allowed-
I'm
You're
not
allowed-
surprised anymore. I'm
I just-
tired of your nat 20s.
I can't. I can't explain.
Well, then
Seeing-
re-roll and make them not happen.
Seeing 3
You're allowed to fuck
Simply
roll
don't.
fucking nat
No, why would
20s.
just say that it didn't happen?
It's just so ridiculous.
You're allowed to fudge rolls sometimes, Katie. I don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes this is one that is a combat.
He'd be
Simply
fudging
stop.
rolls all session long at that point. in
Yeah,
time.
I kind of would, given the fact I just rolled 3 nat 20.
Simply don't.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yes.
So 34 to 17. I'm doing this together because that's annoying ass math that I have to do there.
Did one of them fail?
Yes, there are multiple fails. It's just the fact that I got 3 nat 20s in all these rolls is just... It's just madness.
How many failed mine? Because they take the 9 on their next turn.
2, yes. I'm aware of this. Actually, no, only one of them only failed on yours.
Okay.
Actually, only one of them failed on the fireball, too. Jesus.
Well, that one is fucked.
Is it 15?
It's not the same one that failed.
Yeah.
Rude.
No, 2 of them failed on mine. Oh, wait, no, that's an action roll. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Sorry, I was looking through the screenshot you sent.
That one takes that. This one also takes the exact same amount. This one. One fail, one pass. The fail is on that one, so it takes, Jesus, that much. That's not happening. Goodbye. That one is a fail and succeed with 30-17. Also not happening.
8d20, lowest rolls of 12. Fuck.
But, as within range at long last, at that 200 feet in the air, taking the opportunity that you have to burst upon these creatures, everything that you possibly have at your current moment leisure. As you watch the ball of fire and the spread of acid explode onto each of them, while 2 of them instantly burn and melt away in the absence of ability to survive that much damage in a single hit.
And then movement, I'm going 60 feet down because that's all I can do.
80 feet down from, or yeah, no, 60 feet down from me too. I don't have Blade Song yet. I don't want to use my bonus action on that quite yet, just so that way I can move.
How far in the air is Ashrin?
She is now
60 feet, not 600 feet.
She is not 600.
Okay.
I noticed that myself as well. So she is at level with you.
I'm real fucking high, guys. Bye.
Man, what drugs are you on if you're that high? Remember to click on your token.
Click on thine tokens.
Token. Oh, yeah.
Woo! We celebrate those nat 20s on our side. KTK can go fuck himself, but you know.
I like that it's gotten to the fucking point where I don't even celebrate my nat 20. At that point, I'm just like, cool.
KTK, you need to go get some real shitty dice from like some random store.
I have the pixel dice coming in. I have the pixel dice coming in that I can literally like set up a dice board here so I can roll it, and if it works how it's supposed to work, it'll send it on the fucking roll 20.
You need to have like a camera set up just for that, so we can see it roll every time.
I mean, if it works as it's intended to, I won't need to. But if it doesn't work how it's intended to,
I don't know.
So-
I'm tired of your nat 20s.
If it makes you feel
especially-
I'm tired of my own fucking nat 20s.
Then change them! Simply stop!
Even if it works as intended, I want to see the dice roll.
You're not
So-
wrong, because I'm planning on making like effects and stuff to it.
If it makes you feel any better,
Rolled a 19 on my real dice!
I bought a pair of backup dice as a player, and they rolled like absolute shit. Like I think I couldn't roll above a 5. So when I found my original player dice, they became my DM dice. As my
Your
DM
dice were out to kill.
Yes. The amount of nat 20s I rolled, and I think in like, what was it, like 5 months of playtime every other week or something like that, I don't think I rolled below a 15 those dice.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was brutal. There was at least one nat 20 that I had to back off for story reasons. Otherwise I would have one-shot Dalmar's character.
God.
Not that he didn't try to do that on his own.
Yeah. That was one of the Scaros fight.
Oh, that was the Scaros fight?
Full he was dumping full power attack into everything, which was a two-handed weapon. For your plus to hit, you minus your full plus to hit, and it gives you like +4 to damage per point.
Jesus.
Mix that with a nat 20 critical.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But with the alert having now been given to the creatures themselves and combat ensued, Dalmar, you're the first to act. Still invisible, still flying 60 feet in the air, as these creatures are still 200 feet in the air.
I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay, what are you
Ready
holding
a blade
for?
and... I'm gonna go, I think, here. Waiting for something to attempt to attack Ashrin. And I will just wait for the stabby stabby shank shank.
Okay. Misha, who
Thanks.
has no fucking spell within range of this instance.
Steady.
Or she does. I didn't know that was the range of that spell.
Call lightning.
What's she have?
130. She does not have the range on that. Unless she would have exactly the range.
Come on, Misha.
She's doing it! She is running out in full wolf form as you watch her eyes start to glow in yellow as she howls to the air as she is going to try and earthbind.
Yes! I
She has-
almost asked if
Go
she had
sounds good.
Earthbind.
Misha is not the goat, but the pup.
The pup.
Strength
All I
saving
can
throw
think of
on
is
it as
the hot
these
magic card.
thick rotted vines reach up into the air at exactly the 300 point mark to grapple on to the main big bad. Strength saving throw.
Come on.
Low
Misha.
roll, but her save is unfortunately lower.
Bend luck.
Can attempt if you so want to.
4.
Come on, 4.
Oh, so you'd need the 4.
Come on, 4.
Oh!
No!
Trying your best to aid in that endeavor, you just start watching the vines and roots cracking beneath the creature. As you do your best to try and aid Misha in that endeavor, it just forces its way through and just shatters whatever magic she has trying to grapple onto it. That is everything she's got in that moment. Little bird man.
Misha will hear in her head. Good effort.
You just hear a whimper.
Good job.
Oh, she's whimper. Poor baby.
$60, so they're at 140 right now. They're just going diagonal, just right at full-on dash.
Bring it, bitches.
They see little wolf. They try to go hurt little wolf.
Mm-mm.
They see prey. They go for prey.
Are they close enough to get her? What are
They
they
are
doing?
at 140 feet in the air, so they have to go quite a bit more.
Oh, do they not have
Alright.
range? They don't have range.
Bonus
Bummer.
action blade song.
Late song.
20 feet forward, 20 feet up, which brings me to 60 feet.
Air, indeed.
So, I think that's... is there-
60 feet. They are 80 feet above you, 10 feet
up.
away, so 90 feet.
So... Oh wait, what am I have a spell that I literally made for... Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna cast Volmir's Flying Blades at 3rd level.
Alrighty.
And send 2 swords at each of them. For my focus, I'm going to use... I think, do I have anything new I want to try? I'm gonna try my boots.
Your boots as a focus?
You can grab his foot while he's flying.
Wait, I'm gonna use the retreat crystal as the focus.
The retreat crystal.
This feels like a really dumb idea. Volmer's just gonna accidentally activate it and just poof. Goodbye, Volmer.
It would be funny.
No, it wouldn't.
It would be kind of funny.
No. Not really.
Go ahead and make your rolls.
Oh god.
Hey, look. It'll be fine.
I have an idea how that could
So that's
be
1.
interesting.
17 hits.
And then 2. 3.
27 hits.
4.
13 does not hit. 20 does hit. So first 2 hit and last one hits.
So I'm sending the first 2 after this one and the second one after this one.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll roll damage. So
First one is 7.
And then just do that 3 more times?
2 more.
2
Because you only hit twice. Or 3 times.
Oh, yeah. I
First
love this
one.
spell, but I don't like how much I have to click for it because I feel bad.
First one goes down as you use the retreat crystal as your focus, and as you raise your blade into the air with the retreat crystal to swing downward, aiming these blades of pure condensed wind, sending them out towards these bird-like creatures. As the first 2 slash across the wings of the other, causing it to plummet to the ground to its demise, while the second one, taking 7 points of damage, is within the 1 hit point club. There's no president of the 1 hit point club, though, right now, so you put a baby in charge.
I did not think that would be wind. Okay, and I'm gonna put the crystal away. That's the end of my turn.
Jack, doing anything.
Yeah, I was thinking it would have been funny as hell if each time it hit something, you teleported to that target. That would have been fun.
I was hoping it might work as some sort of, like, banishment, like they teleport somewhere.
That too, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That's 140 feet in the air.
Yep.
Those 2 are going there. And 60 feet in the air with Ashton, 60 feet in the air with... I guess I will go here. And then... go... 10 feet up, I guess? Yeah.
Day I get a focus for force is gonna be a happy day.
Ashrin, what are you doing? If you don't have anything else, Jack.
I'm still gonna go ahead and cast Bear Garden.
Okay, still going to your guardians.
Yeah. So if they get near me at least. Hopefully these 2 come down a little bit.
Ashrin at 60 feet, they're at 140. Roughly 100 feet range, so you got more than enough to pick from.
Chaos
17
Bolt
does hit.
to that one.
Does hit. For 29 points of damage. As you launch your bolt directly at it, 2 rolls of your d20, because you didn't roll last time on the Chaos Bolt either.
This is the first Chaos Bolt I've done.
Oh, Vitalic Spear, sorry.
I did roll on the Vitalic Spear. It was a 12.
Oh, did she? I didn't see it at all.
It's in your screenshot.
Oh, is that what that was? I'll be completely honest. I didn't know what that was for.
That's my...
Entirely didn't know what that was for.
I'm at 4.
Alright, go and roll a d20.
Also, that was you know
And
what?
there you go.
Let's do that. That's fire damage to that guy.
Fire damage as it begins to burn and singe in fire. Go ahead and roll me 2 d20s.
Do I feel the surge happening?
Yes.
I'm gonna, just to prove a point, I'm gonna be like, hey, Abraham, pay attention to this.
You've got both of them standard. Literally on the edge of standard.
Ah.
36 and
36,
72. 36 is one you've already had. Oh, yes.
Oh no.
The flumps have returned.
Oh no! Flump!
Where are my flumps?
The flumps?
Oh
Where are
no.
my flumps?
I love Flump.
They're scared of me! This is like the
They are
most
scared
tragic
of
one
you.
ever! I hate this so much!
I love Flumps.
Please
They're
tell me
goofy
they
little
don't
guys.
flee towards me.
Why?
They appear in unoccupied spaces within
They are
60
not
feet of me
friendly.
and are frightened of me.
Yep.
They vanish
Ashern
after
is
a
60
minute.
feet up, so your spirit guardians doesn't reach that high.
Yes, but if they run from her towards me, they're just gonna get instantly poofed.
They're gonna go in a
Gonna
blender.
run into the shredder.
Do I not have a flump token? What do you mean
Yeah.
I don't have a flump token?
How do you not have a Flump token?
How do I not have a flump token? I'm ashamed
to
of
find-
myself.
Flumps are
We need to
such
find a book
nice
that has the
creatures.
mating rituals of the Flump.
The mating rituals of a flump.
Well, tentacles are involved, so
And no one got the reference. Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Absolutely
we
not.
all did.
Ash, please tell me you got the reference at least.
Absolutely not.
What
Baldur's
do you
Gate?
want, child? I haven't been able to play.
I know, but you know a lot about the game.
That doesn't
are
mean you
you
know
talking
shit about it.
Are you talking about the mind flayers?
No, there's a book called that, and it's in.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't know anything about
I know what
that.
you're talking about. I saw that screenshot. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Go watch the game with Daddy.
You football.
horse ball.
Floomph. Get my floomph in here.
That's floofing fluffing.
Floomph.
We ever?
I have a whopping 7
Oh,
hit
that
points.
Yeah. I swear to God, if we ever talk to one of these, you have to do your best German impersonation.
Oh God.
It just sounds like a German name, Floof.
6 floomps. That's
Oh
already.
no.
1 flume, 2 flume, 3 flume, 4
Okay,
flume, 5
they're
flume,
within
and 6
60
flume.
feet of me. You can spread them out a little
Oh,
bit
is it
more.
60? I thought it was it's
Yeah.
like right on your ass.
No. It says
Oh,
within
cool.
60 feet of me. You can
Cool.
spread them out.
Cool. Boof,
Oh.
boof, boof. One's gonna fart right on you. And
Beautiful.
boof. There you go.
I'm sorry, little dudes.
And they are all terrified of you. And as for 72. Oh, hey, any copper that you got, just swap that to silver. You got the good
Cool.
version.
Wow, I gain a whole 24 silver.
Hey, listen, sometimes it's good to carry change. But with that cast, you have movement and you have bonus action if you so desire. As the flumps have entered the
Hey
game.
guys, I have 69 silver. Nice.
Nice.
What do you want, child? I think I'm just gonna hang out here. I've got good range. And I apologize to the floofs profusely.
They're just screaming. They're just screaming.
Oh god!
Big boy.
They're sort of like a helpless version of Meeksies.
Kinda, not entirely wrong. You just watch as the large one in the air, just flying there, just flapping its hefty wings, just begins to screech out an ear-piercing cry. No true effect to any of you, but you can hear it just ringing in all of your ears. Before it just skyrockets down to the ground. All 200 feet just instantly pounds into the ground with a heavy thud. Ibrahim, who sees that one right there.
Dalmar's getting raptured over there.
If Abraham takes
Oh my
care of
God.
that last one, then I can just fucking charge.
The problem is that one is roughly 200 feet. He has got literally nothing within that range.
Fair enough. One,
He's useless.
What? He's not. He just doesn't have range.
Yep.
You can wait until it gets closer.
All he can do.
Hey,
Literally, that's all he can do. He can only
closer.
hold his action until it gets closer. That's all he's got.
Fine.
Damar.
Bachelor. Second verse, same as the first?
Okay, fair
A little
enough.
bit louder and a little bit worse.
Misha, who sees that one coming at her, it's pretty high up there, but I think she has one spell that can reach it. That isn't Earthbind. Never mind, no she doesn't. That one's already on the ground. Fuck it, she's gonna try again. How far for that one? Oh, 150. She has more than enough range. Now it's on the goddamn ground.
Wait, why did I have a double search?
I think that's the question that you ask now.
Well, because last time you told me that I wasn't feeling tingles anymore, because they weren't
Indeed.
returning as fast as they had been.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Ah, the tingles were something abnormal. This is no longer abnormal. Got
Yeah.
it.
Double surge is just the normal now.
Yep.
Great. Cool.
She is going to plant growth around the creature to make it annoying as fuck to run around there. 100-foot radius.
Does that affect us too?
Yes.
Good
But
thing
that's
most of us can
The owl,
fly.
correct?
She's trying to get around the owl, yes.
Okay.
It is a big ol' circle of fuck you, you should not be able to move. Big ol' circle of fuck you. If it tries to walk on that, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, is what she's saying.
Fair
That's
enough.
her concentration. Flume time! Hey, Flumes, you wanna fart on Ashrin?
They're scared of me.
They are. Ashrin,
Can't
make
they
a
just run
dexterity saving
away?
throw.
Are you fucking kidding me? They're actually gonna attack me.
No, just one. Just the one that's on you. That one is gonna
Oh
fart.
my god.
Oh, Dalmar, you're within range. Also dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
As you literally just watch this thing
Have attack?
inflate in itself, and then as it like deflates like a whoopee cushion, you see through all the tendrils is this disgustingly green and blue
My dex
smoke
save
just
was better than Dalmar's.
spitting
dex save.
out. He's not used to flying.
It's like a squid or whatever. Or
Aw,
octopus
you guys
shooting
made
ink.
me
Yep.
ink.
Literally, yep. And then they are running.
Bye, little dude. Sorry. They're scared.
Say though. These two little owl things, they are looking at the flume now that just flew past them. That seems like a much nicer meal.
Oh. Oh no.
This one keeps going after Misha, but even then, the closest it can get is to 30 feet in the air, so still can't get her. This one's at 140. Ashton, you're at 60, so it can go 30, 60, 90, 80. Still can't get it. It's 80 feet in the air, but it is going after it. It sees food. It wants food. That one goes even less. That one is at 100.
Homer, you want to deal with these small guys?
Homer!
Which small guys are you referring to? I was planning on doing the one with Misha and then just fucking charging the boss.
I was saying like this one down there, and then these ones here even. And I was gonna head towards the boss because I have no range. Period.
Okay. Crown of Perfect Self was force damage, correct?
Last you checked, yes.
Sorry, I have items I am testing, because, yes. I guess I'll do Crown of Perfect Self for Volmer's Flying Blades. I'm going to cast it at 4th level this time.
Okay. All for 1 hit point.
No, I'm sending 1 at him, and then, let me see the range.
Oh, yes,
wait,
it's in range, yeah.
120.
Yeah, it's 120, it's fine, yeah. That's gonna hit.
I'm checking. Yeah, so that one's for him, and then I'm sending 2 at him, and then 2 at him. So...
Bleh. Out of the air. Literally, keep shooting clay ducks. 13 misses. 26 hits.
Ah, yes. Duck hunt.
28 hits.
Mm-hmm.
12 misses. So 1 for each of them.
But I only have to roll 2 because 1 had 1 health.
Yep. 5 points of damage on that one. And the second one takes 4 points of damage. Launching out your force blades in their figures, cutting across one of them as it plummets to the ground, while 2 other ones, they manage to just barely skirt their way around to get as minimal damage as possible. You have movement if you so desire.
I got 80 feet.
There's also a flume that's flying, or that's running away from Ashrin at the same height that you are.
I don't know if I want to bother with that.
Don't bother the floof. Just let it go away.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna go here.
Still 60 feet in the air. Okay. Jack, what are you up to?
Still 10 feet in the air. Double move.
Still 10 feet. Indeed. Ashrin, what are you up to now as you have been farted on by a flume?
Wonderful. Great. This is exactly how I wanted my day to go today. Think I'm gonna ignore the little ones. That one's down on the ground, correct?
And it is amongst a vast degree of grown plants that make it annoying to move around.
Kill the little ones. You always kill the ads first.
That's not what you're doing.
I can't reach them.
Fine.
Oh, so Jack, you're about to self-pose Abraham.
I'll never bond with you again. You can just fucking die next time.
I'm gonna do Chaos Bolt on that one.
The weaker one?
Yeah.
15 hits.
Cool.
That
All
is
the fucking
more than
diamonds
enough to take out the
resurrect your
creature
ass
as it's
out of the
chasing
ground.
after the flume, rapidly flapping.
You know
before
what? These are
impact
flying
it into its
things.
back.
We'll do lightning.
Okay. Shocking it as you watch it just dance and jitter before just falling to the ground in a smoking heap. D20. $16, perfectly fine. Movement as you so desire.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go there.
Just 30 feet, or 30 feet also angle?
Just 30 feet. I'm gonna stay 60 feet up.
It's Big Boy's turn. Seeing Volmer go at him, and he is currently being annoyed to shit with flowers on the ground. Spreads his wings and just rockets towards you. 60 feet is nothing to it. In the air, it can only take 2 attacks. (26 and 20 to hit.
Think.
Remember, you have a +1 to AC from me.
Yep, so
Ew.
the 20 doesn't hit, the 26
How long does that last again?
An hour.
Hour, okay. Just double checking.
I'm contemplating a shield because only 1 hits here. I'll just
5,
take it for now.
4, okay. (16 points of slashing damage as instantly it
that's
rockets
nothing.
towards you, just cuts across your chest. You take that moment and you dodge the second swipe coming at you. That's all it can do this turn. Abraham, who is now just looking at the battlefield, goes like, I thought the point was to not be in the air. Huh. He is running at an angle at 60 feet.
Rule 1, no plan survives first contact.
I despise your rules! Damar.
Tempted to reply and have
Oh,
funny designs, too.
concentration check. For Dalmar to fly.
Oh, true.
Oh, that's a thing.
That is a thing.
Concentration. I haven't done a concentration check in a
Constitution saving
minute.
throw.
I thought so. Okay.
You took 16 points of damage, you just need to beat a 10.
I got a 3.
You did not beat the 10! In that very first impact across your chest, you tried to call the bluff, and the bluff did not pay off. As instantly, Dalmar, you're going like, I'm coming! Into the ground, 60 feet on impact.
Wait, what does...
Can I teleport
Okay.
or try to teleport instead of taking damage?
Unfortunately not, because the moment Fly dropped, which is on Volmer's turn, before you act,
Sorry.
is when you fall.
As
Ah,
a
yeah.
reaction, can I toss the immovable rod to Delmar?
You are making multiple saving throws there, I'll say that right now.
It still takes an action to activate the rod, anyways.
That's
He's
true.
still gonna fall.
That is
60
also
feet.
true. Yeah, he does still fall regardless in that instant.
Sorry, I should have shielded.
17 points of damage to you, Dalmar, as
Oh, that's not
unfortunately,
bad.
in that instant, you impact into the ground, able to kind of Superman impact it as best you can, but you feel that in the thighs. That's gonna ache tomorrow.
I took how much?
17 points of damage.
Okay.
This is some Looney Tunes shit. Him like flying and then just starts
The
hitting
best
with,
part
like,
is that the only one that actually knows this is Volmer and Dalmar because he's still invisible, and everybody's focus is on the creature. Just Ashrin flies away, and Dalmar's like, I'm coming! Just dirt cloud. It's like, I'm coming! I promise!
Fucking hell, dude. So great.
Sorry.
That was the gamble.
Alright. That hurt. That's why I only went 60 feet up. So I chose not to stay at the higher elevations in case something went bad. Okie dokie. So,
We need to get Dalmar a pair of flying boots.
that would be
We're just
the
a
nice.
fucking... We're just
This whole
air
team's gonna turn
support.
to Flight of the Valkyries very quickly.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of... Like, we are just, like, aerial combat.
We keep running into fucking aerial combat. Dragons, fucking
It's
birds.
just, well, at this point, KTK is throwing things that fly at us because we fly.
Oh yeah, you wonder? Yeah, well, I wonder why.
You were-
It's for
With all this
balancing.
shit on the ground, can I movement, dash to get here?
To get where? To get there?
Yeah.
85
85
feet. Okay,
feet.
so real quick. That's 45 feet. You have 30 foot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 45 right there. So you'd have 45 left. You would not be able to make it. You'd only be able to make it 2 squares right before you're at. You'd really get to right there.
Cool. Well, that's the best I can do then.
Damn.
Something to note, it is flying.
It is flying, but he did have to bonus action and action dash to get there. He literally had to use everything to get there because Misha's plant growth is being.
That slowed him down.
Yeah, it's slowed her down.
I was giving a heads up for future turns.
Yeah.
Unless Misha takes this fucker out of the sky right now.
I'm a fuck.
That's
Misha,
what.
you can do it.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? She's gonna go for it. She sees down. Well, she can't see down on the ground, but she does see that this thing is pretty much on its own for the most part. She's gonna try again. Why not? Concentration, plant growth is gone. She's gonna gamble again. She's gonna try an Earthbind.
I'm a dumbass. Because I've been like going to the actions and like reactions, bonus actions, and checking the list there. I completely forgot that my shield has a built-in reaction. For the +2 AC for that one hit.
You forgot about that?
Yeah. For at least the last like 2
Oh,
combat.
your parry shield, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, your parry shield has it, yeah.
There's a couple hits I could have
Probably, yeah, there's
saved
probably a
myself
couple
from
you could have
getting
done
close
that.
to dying. Yeah.
With that low roll, she is able to, once again, reach up the vine, but this time with far more effort and determination in her howling voice, as it wraps around the creature and yanks it to the ground with absolute force. It is just unable to fly, if I'm recalling correctly. Unable to fly and 0 foot flying speed.
Doesn't it descend?
Safely descends at 60 foot per round.
Yeah.
I like that they had to designate safely because they know they couldn't cheese 66 with that. But for all intents and purposes, it is considered grappled for the time being. It is grounded and considered grapple for all intents and purposes.
Sweet.
Let's go, Misha!
Actually, it's not that it has no movement speed, it has no flying speed.
Yes, it can move on the ground.
Oh. Neat difference. But still, nonetheless, it cannot fly. Flumes!
Bye,
Run,
babies.
Flume,
I'm
run!
sorry.
Run, little Flumps!
There's a big scary monster!
It's me, Rob.
And also the owl thing.
Ashrin, why are you chasing this Flume? He doesn't want you to chase him!
Oh no.
You're bullying the poor babies.
I'm sorry.
I don't know anything about flumes other than they're cute.
And they fart, apparently.
They're
Yep.
also very friendly and very cuddly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People.
You're scaring the babies!
It's part of the spell. They're scared of me. I just
They
yanked
are.
them out of wherever they came from.
Meanwhile, this one is going to attack Lay Little Flume.
Oh
They're
no.
also typically found in places.
Just reaches out with its talons to crush on the
Run, little Flume,
creature.
run.
You gotta save these flumes.
As instantly as it wraps its claws around it and squeezes to crush it into non-existent, as you watch the Flume's body just crunch and the ooze of its blood just starts spilling out.
I'm
Bye bye,
sorry.
Flume.
Oh, so you're
This wolf-
summoning actual flumps to you, not even like...
Yeah.
They are
Hey.
real for 1 minute.
Yeah. They're real.
They are real for a minute. Fulmer.
That's sad.
I'm gonna fly. Actually, I don't know where Dalmar is, so I wouldn't know how to flank
Yeah, you have
with him.
no idea where Dalmar is.
So I don't know how to flank with him, so... I guess from my aerial advantage... I'm gonna aim directly down at it.
lightning bolt directly down at it.
Bulmer has air superiority to an owl.
Volmer's pointing his sword.
Fails.
Volmer's pointing his sword down in a fucking crack of thunder shooting out of it as he points.
Quite
at the
literally
wall.
just shooting it down directly at it as you watch it just stand and almost try to tank the attack, but his body starts shaking and convulsing at the electric surge going through it. You have movement if you so desire.
I'll stay in the air. Maybe I'll
Jack.
drop down like 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get up nice, close, and personal, and do something. Oh, actually, first off, it needs a wisdom saving throw.
It fails.
Okay. So 16 from that.
Yep.
Jack's gonna do something he doesn't do very often. He's gonna take 2 swings at it.
Go for it.
First one. 15.
First one misses.
Second one, that one.
Second one misses as well. As you try swinging at it, there's an almost instant reaction against the hide of its flesh on the first one, where you just think, just slid off, and you try to go once again, but this time finding a better purchase. But instead, what would be just standard feather, you hear your sword clang against whatever flesh is underneath. Ashwin.
Oh. Alright. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
He's
all
eating
three.
your flume. Let him have
Yeah,
his meal.
No, all 3 into him.
21 hits the first one. Second one also hits. Third one also hits. Go figure. As it is enjoying its meal, just hang in the air there, eating at the flume. As you impact it 3 times in the back, it is barely flapping at that point. At that instance, just lets go of the flume in more pain than anything, as the body just into the ground. Movement if you so desire.
Fuck it up.
This creature, as you watch it just on the ground in annoyance and rage, you start to watch as the blue luminescence of its wings starts to glow far brighter than before. I need Jack and Dalmar to make dexterity saving throws.
Even if it can't see
Yeah.
Dalmar?
Eh.
It's an AoE effect.
It is indeed an
Yeah,
AoE
but worth
effect.
asking.
Evasion says fuck everything.
Okay, so this I'm failing. it,
That's
so
a failure. I'm gonna get you
Oh,
ring of evasion.
Ring of evasion.
Yep,
That's my
figures
reaction.
much. And that just auto succeeds, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you still take half damage. You take 19 points of thunder damage as you watch it flap its wings into the ground as a surge of electricity just flows through the air. As Dalmar, you just use your cloak to shelter yourself as best as possible and leap off of the ground, not allowing that surge of electricity to go through you as easily, because fucking rogue bullshit. While Jack, you just stand your ground using the ring of evasion to avoid as much of that damage as possible. As you hear the unfathomably loud crackling of electricity flow through and around you all. Abraham. You also watch as the wings lose that luminescent blue, just reverting back to seemingly standard feathered wings. Try to get closer. It's on the ground, so now it's in range. Bane! Get some goddamn Bane on that bitch. Charisma saving throw.
Dark
Boy.
vision goggles.
Huh?
Are they attunement based?
Weapon?
Dark vision goggles. Are they attunement based?
No.
This has all been happening at night. I realized.
Yes, in very nice moonlight with
Okay.
no no foliage coverage.
And the owls are glowing.
They are also
Okay.
glowing as well.
Glow.
I was
It's
just gonna say,
fine.
I just realized Jack has no fucking dark vision.
Nope. And in case Naruto comes up, don't worry, I'll bring it up.
Fair enough. Okay. We should probably look into this.
Go figure, these things don't have charisma.
Get Jack some cat eyes.
Bane goes off, meaning that it now has a D4 minus to whatever it really does.
Everything.
Hag can give Jack some dark vision.
I
Damar!
don't want to think about what she has to do that.
Give him cat eyes.
Naughty dog.
That doesn't work, Volmer, because cats don't have dark vision.
Stupidly enough, yeah.
You're right, because they can't see in the dark in real life.
They can't. How do you think these get stepped on every goddamn night?
They're not getting stepped on. They're trying to assassinate you.
Same difference. It's their method of choice.
So for the big guy, Psychic Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
13
This is
doesn't
going
hit, but you have an
phenomenally.
advantage because you're invisible.
And flanking now.
And flanking.
No.
Well, actually, now,
Wait.
no, not with Jack,
No.
unfortunately.
I am with
still
Volmer.
hits. No, because
Volmer's
Volmer's 30
not
feet
on
in
the
the air.
ground.
I'm flying.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, can I change that so that I'm flanking with Jack?
You can.
Okay, so I was trying to give Volmer flanking, because he was the DPS, but... Okay.
More than enough. 26 hits.
And then for the little guy behind me...
Literally exactly 60 feet in the air, so you can in fact hit him. FYI, that will be a disadvantage though, because you are within melee of another creature.
Whatever.
Roll again then. 14 still hits. Go figure, babies' ACs are not high. For the sneak attack at
Whoa.
37 points of damage.
We're bad
And-
people.
The baby takes 8 points of damage, which is perfectly enough to drop it as you launch your dagger up at it and with its wounded body as it joins the floof that just splatters on the ground and just falls right next to it.
Ash, these creatures were making like an entire village uproot itself and move away from
I
home.
don't think this is that creature. I think this is something totally different.
Nisha maintaining concentration, of course. She has...
Yeah. The
This
player
was
is
too-
convinced we're
This was
destroying
this
something
was
majestic.
too
and good.
easy. This is
nothing
not the right thing.
ranged for this, so she's actually just going to keep her distance, and she's just going to literally just run around. She's playing tactics by literally playing chicken. Blooms! They're going to all escape at this point, so I'm just going to...
Can I ask
Bye,
Nisha
Floop.
if she can speak to this thing?
I can try! Goodbye, Floops. Those ones are all dead as well. Volmer, what are you up to?
Nope. When in doubt, just keep shooting them.
More lightning bolts.
I'm just keeping on hammering the lightning on them.
It does manage to save this time, even on the ground, as it watches you charge it up this time as you launch directly at it and manages to barely dodge out of the way to only take half damage, correct?
Yep, half damage.
Movement if you so desire.
I'm good in the air.
Hey. Jack, anything?
We didn't do its start of its turn. Just realized that.
What do you mean?
For
The
Spirit
Spirit
Guardians.
Guardians at the start of its turn.
Last time, oh, its turn hasn't come around yet.
Yeah, it did. After Jack moved in, it's right after Ashrin.
It goes after me. So
Oh,
it would have
fair
had
enough.
to do it at the
Yeah,
start of its
Fair
turn.
enough. Right, cheese rules.
Yeah.
Natural 20, fuck you.
Whatever. Fine.
Works out.
Still 8 points of damage, though. Go for it.
Jack's gonna kind of just like look around, because again, he doesn't feel like this was it, but just think it back, like, when they said they sent out scouts, was it like one person?
They said they sent out groups of 2 or 3.
I can see how maybe parties of 2 or 3 might get killed by this thing, but still not fully convinced. He's still, I mean, at this point...
Give me a perception check. Nope. Okay.
He's
Do
just
as you
gonna do what he has to do, because
20 hits.
first hit,
26 hits.
11 plus...
Gotta love
4.
that the one hand is the one that hits harder.
Oh, yeah, because I rolled the 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, so 15 on the first one, and 17 on the second one.
How do you desire to end this creature's life?
Quickly. With as little pain as you can.
Slashing at this creature, and after managing to cut through some of its hide, you use that opportunity to dig the blade directly into it, right where the nape of the neck would be, using that already opened wound to dig as deep as you can and twist the blade to cut it off as quick as possible. As you hear the final whimpers and crackling of electricity that once laid within its body, as you watch it just collapse onto the ground, whatever little bit of light still remained in its body fading into nothingness. Damar, that crackling noise that comes from it wasn't from the body. You can still hear a distant crackling in the distance. And that's
Distant
rolling today's
crackling in
session.
the distance.
Before I forget, I'm taking one feather.
You take a feather.
I want to take a few feathers too.
Make a quick medicine check for me. It's for quality of how you get these feathers out. Are you just yanking them out with flesh and all, or are you getting a good, nice, clean pull?
I'm gonna get a nice clean pull.
Vollmer gets a pretty clean pull. Jack, on the other hand, gets a little bit of ichor on that. As with
I roll a
Ashrin, a
few.
little bit of ichor on that. But Bane is dead on that creature. Misha no longer has Earthbind. Make sure to unequip those. As we'll pick back up at what exactly this creature seems to not be the main threat above them all.
Yeah, we destroyed something majestic. Cool.
You say that, but it still did try to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.